We are finally back. After a hot minute. What, 3 weeks? 3 weeks. I know it started a little bit early here, but I want to get a jump on some of these comments for fuck's sake. Let's see. Bianca here. Did I have fun? I had a lot of fun. I had a crazy amount of fun. Absolute blasty blast. I did not want to come home, to be frank, to be honest. I miss the whole gang, man. I really do. What's up, Christian? How are you? What did I think of Kaylee Spaney in Wake Up Dead Man? Man, she was fine. Out of everybody in the movie, she had the least really to like provide. Her scenes though, I mean, they were great, but she didn't really get to showcase a whole lot. It was kind of the case with some of the cast in the movie still, but fantastic film. What would you rate Gravity Falls in general? Ooh, I'm gonna say 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. I want to say 10 out of 10, but I think that's too generous for like some of the episodes. I'm also happy to have you back with us. I'm happy to be back. What's up, Skelly? How are you? We are so back. So how's the Legend of Vox Machina? I know the reactions are up, but I still want to know more of how you feel. It's a crazy fucking season, man. I've had the privilege of watching the entire thing already. All my reactions are already recorded. We were just slow this week because from the plane flights and all that kind of stuff getting home, there was just a lot to catch up on. So I was a little sluggish with the first 3 episodes because I still need to record fresh footage to cover up all the watermarks and stuff for the screeners. But the series is fucking amazing. It was so good. It's so good. People are not ready for this season, man. What's up, Decole? When are you going to make the poll replacing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. active? I have no fucking clue at this point, just because right now we're going to be overloaded on shows at the moment, so there's not really an open spot for it, because I mean, next week My Adventures with Superman comes back. We've got Vox Machina right now in the middle of the week, which is on our Wednesday. We've got Avatar, the live action season 2, coming out at the end of the month. We've just started My Hero Academia. We got the Vampire Lestat starts tomorrow, which I'm caught up on Interview with the Vampire on Patreon. Obviously, we still have episodes of that to come out, but I'm going to be recording that. It might be a minute. Were you ever interested in the Scary Movie franchise back in the day, or still as of now? I was kind of curious in anticipating this new movie, but I've heard like from even like people in my age bracket that it's not too good. But who knows? I might need to see it for myself. But I like the first 2 a lot. After that, they very quickly fell off for me. But I love the first one. I like the second one. Everything after that was like, meh. At least Naked Gun had clever parody humor and still self-awareness than just to reference random movies with no punchlines or making some jokes offensive to certain minorities. I mean, I've only seen the first Naked Gun movie and it was awesome, but I do want to see the rest of them eventually. What's up, Tammy, the pink-haired girl? How are you? When are you posting the season 2 finale on Patreon? I mean, it's on Patreon. Did I forget to update the tier stuff? It's very possible. No, I mean, it's hold on. Something's off. You're right. You might be right. Yeah, I forgot to update those. I'll do it after the stream, because I guess I forgot to. I know I put that up. I know I edited it on our trip. Where did it go? Yeah, it's not on here. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I'll fix that after. Where is? Yeah, I'll need to fix that afterwards. I'd put it up right now if I wasn't worried about it fucking up the stream. Great, really looking forward to the finale. Yeah, that should have been up already. That's my fault. What's up, Michael? How are the cats? Are they doing, are they good during this warm weather? They all seem pretty fine, though Mary this week, not that they're outdoor cats or anything like that, starting like yesterday, Mary's been sneezing a lot. So might need to take him to a vet if I'm not able, if it doesn't like subside here soon. But other than that, everybody else seems to be pretty okay. What's a mercenary? Can I do Megan 2.0? Maybe one day. I know we did the first one, and I liked the first one. Everything I saw from the second movie did not make me excited to watch it. Maybe sometime in the future we can do it. I mean, I did the first one, so might as well at some point, but I maybe we'll save it for Halloween or something. I'm not sure. We'll see. What's up, Zasmine? Long time no see, indeed. What's up, Hunter? I hope MomoCon was wonderful for you. Here you were bullied by Ruby reactors. Well, I mean, we lived together for a whole week. We hung out for 2 weeks total. There was a lot of Ruby happening. Hell, like Saturday, all of them in the Airbnb was using the theater room to rewatch Ruby because they all wanted to do that. Meanwhile, yours truly, who hadn't seen a lick of it other than the first like 6 or 7 episodes, decided to spend that day editing. So they were all in the theater that the rest of that day. I was mostly editing until they wrapped up. But yeah, there was a lot of Ruby happening around me. Very hyped we finally got Resident Evil Code Veronica remake on the way. The 2020s have been great for RE fans. RE3 remake in 2020, Village in 2021, 4 remake in 2023, and Requiem and so on. I mean, not even just, it didn't even start there. I mean, it started with the RE2 remake too. Don't forget that one. In fact, this game has been fantastic for game fans everywhere. We got Until Dawn 2 reveal, New Wolverine, God of War Luffy, Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis, and release dates. Yeah, we got a lot of crazy stuff announced that I'm kind of excited for. What's up, Ursay? How are you? Gods, you look tired. It must have been really fun. Thanks. You look so sleepy. Are you talking about right now or in some of the photos? I actually slept for 14 hours yesterday. Happy Saturday, fellers. Happy Pride. Happy Pride to everybody. If you haven't seen my Pride celebration on June 1st photo over on Instagram, go check it out. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Did you see the set leaks for Man of Steel, Man of Tomorrow? I did. So far, everything I'm seeing for that one's got me quite excited. No, right now. How dare you? How dare you say I look tired right now? I mean, I am tired. Like, I could easily go right back to bed, I feel like. It was an exhausting 2 weeks, man. There's only a couple of nights where I got like a full night's rest, but like, it was so much fun. Like, we were just... One, MomoCon was a little bit crazy just because it's a convention. It's always wild, and we, me and the Skittle Squad hung out every day after. We had dinner, and then there was the live show that Tuesday where I was hanging out. I had an interview that I did while I was there in the hotel. And then at the Airbnb, it was just us fucking around for all hours of the day. We had a pool, we had a fucking hot tub, we had a theater room, there was an arcade in the house, and then we went to Disney and fucking Universal, which honestly, out of the two, Epic was so much better than Disney. I had way more fun there than I did at Disney. Though, when I went to Galaxy's Edge, we were hit with a crazy downpour. And we got drenched. Disgustingly drenched. Can I do not spam requests like that? Austin Rice. You already asked me once. What's up, Sabrina? How are you? I hope we get a Devil May Cry 6. I would love it. I would definitely love it. If I feels like it was very much so like a closing the door on at least Virgil and Dante's story. But who knows? I would love to revisit that. And yeah. I just found your channel this year and I found a whole bunch of shows I love on your reactions. Well, hell yeah. Enjoy the backlog and whatever we got coming around the corner as well. What's up, little Anna? How are you? Long time, it feels like. What's up, Mike? I think the first was Welcome to Derry. Dude, Welcome to Derry was insane. We actually, in the theater, we rewatched a couple of movies together as a group, and we watched It Chapter 1, we watched Alice of Gahul, we watched Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. I wasn't excited for Spider Noir originally, but man, is it good. We also used the theater room to play The Quarry, which was so much fun. Masters of the Universe was so fun. I saw it with my brother and we had a laugh. Hell yeah, I'm really excited for it. I would like to go see it while it's in theaters. If not, worst case scenario, maybe we'll react to it, but I do want to see it in theaters. I'm behind on my reviews because I've seen 2 movies in theaters since well, not even since we last streamed, but I saw Mortal Kombat 2 like 3 weeks ago, and I haven't posted a review for it yet. And then we all went and saw The Backrooms on Saturday. Where was it? When was it? Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday. This Tuesday we saw it. Love your channel. Well, thank you. I'm glad you guys enjoy my shenanigans. What's up, JCT? How are you doing? Last month I met Hayden Christensen. His photo ops was a little bit delayed, to be expected. His autograph was an hour long, but it was worth it. He was really nice to all of his fans. Yeah, he's fantastic. But if you ever go try to track down Hayden, man, it is going to be quite the endeavor. I'm glad you made it, though. All of it. Come on, I'm too impatient to wait for the next 3. Well, you're gonna have to. Watch the new House of the Dragon trailer. I'm cautiously optimistic. What's your hype level going into the season, Omni? It's right about all right. No, I'm not like foaming at the mouth for it or anything of the sort, but then again, I was never like that when the series was announced either. When does it come out? Oh god, that's this month too. Fuck me, man. Roof. Batman Cape Crusaders, the 31st. I'm glad that we finally got some updates on that show, man. It was so much fun. What's up, Ruchi? How are you? What characters from Hell of a Boss would you like to interact with? Has been hotel characters in both season 3s, or what do you think will happen? As far as what do I think will happen, I have no idea. I mean, Fizz and Pinchus would be a great one, just to have 2 Alex Brightman characters interacting, but Luna and Cherry would be fun. Charlie and Blitz, obviously, but we kind of got a little bit of a taste of that right now. Angel and, well, I don't know. Actually, Stolas. I would love to see Stolas interact with Charlie, considering he's a creation of her father's. So I think that would be kind of cool. Just really thought Old Father was going to turn out to be manipulating Homelander with religious visions, but turns out Homelander was just crazy. Well, yeah, we knew that the entire time. The only thing Old Father did was just add to his crazy. Let's see. Masters of the Universe was really fun. Jared Leto was great as Skeletor. I've heard like a lot of people singing the praises of Jared Leto's Skeletor. Have I seen the Amazing Digital Circus last act yet? No, I'm not going to go see it in theaters. I'm going to react to it. Why would I go see it in theaters? Why would I know anything about it right now? I'm waiting for it to come out on YouTube, man, so we can react to it. I think the new Scary Movie failed because spoof movies aren't funny or popular among Gen Z people. I think that could be true if done well, but I don't know. I can't say. Comedies just in general are not done the way they used to be, or people just don't go to comedies anymore. They don't even really make them anymore. I really enjoyed The Boys finale. It's been way overhated online. I agree. I also quite liked it. I thought it was a pretty fitting end, all things considered. What's up, Sam? How you doing, man? Hope you're having a great Saturday. You as well. Hope you're enjoying yourself. I feel like people are hating on The Boys series finale way too much. As a final season, I wasn't the biggest fan, but the series finale delivered in my opinion. Same. I agree with you there wholeheartedly on that one. Yeah, if anybody spoils the film, I will ban you from the channel. You will be gone. So, no spoilies. What's the best network or streamer to deal with when it comes to your reaction videos? It used to be Warner, simply because if there was ever anything that got caught or whatever, if I disputed it or anything, they would get rid of it. That hasn't been completely the case now. Netflix used to be pretty chill. They are no longer anymore. They're pretty much all kind of just as sucky to deal with. Amazon might be one of the easier ones to deal with at the moment. Them and Disney, weirdly enough. If you got a slot for a movie, see Project Hail Mary. That is on our movie poll for this month, and it is sweeping right now. So that's going to be coming. God, can't wait for the Vampire Lestat season tomorrow. It's going to be epic. Yeah, those... Right now, the way I'm feeling it is because I'm not done with posting my reactions to season 2 just yet. I'm probably just going to be posting straight to Patreon for the Vampire Lestat until, I mean, pretty much this, it'll wind up being the exact same as our regular scheduling for it, except on Sundays. So episode 1 will probably be on YouTube within a month. Really love your latest reactions to the Amazing Digital Circus. Your analysis of the characters was so on point. I'm glad you're caught up with us now. Yes, we are all officially in the same spot, which is nice, well, like, unless you've seen it in the theater, then you're a little bit ahead of everybody. Since we last talked, a lot has changed. I moved houses, got a new job, and I'm starting on Tuesday. Speaking of that, I just picked up my key yesterday for the new house. So over the next month or so, I'm going to slowly be moving stuff over there. The next Hell of a Boss short is coming on June 13th. That is correct, and I won't be here. I'll be in San Antonio next weekend. You guys have me this week, and then I'll be gone again next week. But yeah, so I'll have to cover that Sunday evening when I get back, or Monday, unfortunately. Will I ever react to the VOT Rising when it comes out next year? Of course. A freaking course. While I was holding out hope for Hogwarts Legacy 2 reveal this week, I am still happy with the game announcements that we did get. You leaving again? Did you quit your job? No, I haven't. All of this is all scheduled out. R2 Remake was 2019, which is the 2010s. I mean, specifically Resident Evil in the 2020s. My bad. It just feels weird to include the one just because it was a year prior. Because it all started with that. Omni X Matt was amazing. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, we were sassy little fellas all week. If only you guys could see half the shit that went on behind the scenes. Am I going to be getting tickets for Supergirl? I mean, when it comes out, I'm not going to be pre-ordering tickets. I have no need to do that where I live, so I will probably go see it whenever it comes out, though. Of course, we get a new game as announced at the Discourse Online, Call of God of War, God of Luffy, God of War, God of Luffy, God of Luffy, God of Laundry. What the fuck? Which is so dumb. Oh, God of War, Luffy, Laufey, God of Laundry, which is so dumb. I'm excited to see this take over the Arceus game. I'm half here, one earbud in while I am helping others pack. Packing's rough, man. I'm planning to watch The Backrooms. Well, I did watch it. Yeah, we went and saw it this past Tuesday, and it was fucking awesome. I really enjoyed it. How do you decide between movies to see in theaters and movies to wait to react to? Well, if it's a movie that I'm really wanting to see in a theater, then I'll go see it in the theater. Otherwise, I'll just pass. It's all like, is the theatrical experience necessary for me to enjoy it? Or am I invited? Like, my brother wanted to go see Mortal Kombat 2, so I went to go see Mortal Kombat 2. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have gone to see it. And then The Backrooms, also, if the whole group wasn't going to go, I probably wouldn't have went and saw that in theaters. But, like, if it's DC, I'm going to be there in theaters. If it's Marvel, I'm going to be there in the theaters. Unless something happens, like with the last couple, like with Fantastic Four, I just wasn't able to make it there. Sometimes, like, I'm just so busy that I just don't have the energy to go to a theater either. There's a lot of that happens just because my schedule, because I sleep in 4-hour blocks throughout the day. So I'm usually working or sleeping while theaters are open. And then the other part of the time that I'm awake, most things are closed. Epic Mario area is really entering another world, totally transported. Dude, Epic was like that with all of them. Like, the Isle of Berk section of the park was probably my favorite. Like, aesthetically, the Nintendo world was probably it cleared. But like the vibes of the How to Train Your Dragon park was probably my favorite. Like, the rides, the food was great there. But I love the rides, I love that. But the vibe and the feel of the Nintendo world was crazy. Their Dark Universe place was spooky. I feel like that would have been much better served at night and during October, but it was still so much fun. What was the other one? I don't remember. But my favorite was Nintendo and Isle of Berk. Between the two for very, very different reasons. They were so fucking good. Yeah, I ended up buying like 2 shirts. I got this and a Mario Kart one. I got a Mario hat. I got the band. I did the thing. I got a Yoshi hat as well. It was a lot of fun. It was fucking fun. Oh yeah, the Harry Potter France stuff, and that was whatever. Like, I walked through it because obviously I've stated enough about my feelings about that whole thing. There, I stuck my head in, and it was like, it was fine. Production value was out of this world, but yeah, it was just kind of like a Streets of France kind of thing. It was honestly the least impressive of the bunch. If we're talking like everything, but Nintendo World blew me away, dude. Blew me away. Sounds like a good memory. Caught in the rain. It would have been. It was initially because it was a hot as fuck day, but like once it soaked through all of the layers of our clothes and our shoes, it wasn't all that fun anymore. Going to Galaxy's Edge is a killer of the wallet. It probably would have killed my wallet more if if it didn't start downpouring when I got there. It, honestly, after we had gotten soaked to death, we finally got ponchos, which we should have done beforehand, but we were pretty confident we were going to be dodging the rain, which did not work out. Having the ponchos and it downpouring kind of made Galaxy's Edge feel a little more Star Wars-y. Like the immersion level, like all the little nooks and crannies, the grunge of it. It made it feel like you were actually there, but being actually there like that was mildly miserable, especially when you have glasses and everything's fogging up and there's water on it and you can't see. I was like, I'd go for a little bit of a dial back on the immersion scale right now. Because it was indoors, I did do the lightsaber, the build your own lightsaber experience. Of course, that was expensive, but that was so much worth it. I teared up. I teared up during the whole little thing. It was so much fun. That's the only thing I really got to do there, though. I did go into one of the shops to buy some stuff to go along with it. Jedi Holocron, Sith Holocron, and a backup crystal, and a couple things like that. But I know if it hadn't been raining, I would have went to every store and probably spent way more money. It's like so much more money there. So it probably helped me out a little bit. But I definitely do need to go back and hopefully go through it without the rain hindering myself, because there's a lot that I just skipped because of the weather. Thankfully, though, when we were at Epic, the only time it rained, it was like for 5 minutes, and it was just a quick little and it was gone. Actually, no, when we were in line for the Donkey Kong ride, it rained for a little bit. They temporarily shut down the ride for maybe like 15 minutes, and then they brought it back on. Like, when we went to Epic, at least, the rain was like in spurts. It was in spurts. When we were at Star Wars, it was like, once it started, it didn't stop for like an hour or two. Me and Hayden did the Force pose. It's on my profile pic. Hell yeah, dude. Get it. Says Code Veronica remake was real. This makes me think the leak of RE0 remake coming in 2029 is real too. I mean, probably. I mean, it's a good shot at this point. So long. I felt neglected. Yeah, you left us. Where are our sorry gifts? Where are our sorry gifts? Your gift is me. I think I want to react to the old Masters of the Universe for the lulz. Oh, that would be fun. Like the original cartoon. That'd be fun. Surprised so many people complained that Homelander became a whiny, pathetic baby when he was about to die, which is the whole point of who he is. 100%. The only people that, well, I don't want to say the only people, but most of the people that were upset about that were the people who like rode Homelander's dick and idolized him and all this kind of stuff. The power trippy kind of people, your alpha bros and all that, who completely missed the point of the entire show. Thanks for reacting to My Hero Academia. I will be waiting for more. You need to watch My Hero Academia Vigilante 2 seasons and movies, but continue watching. Thanks for GF. Of course, of course. Noel Holmes 3 movie comes out on Netflix July 1st. Really? That feels so soon. I haven't even seen a trailer for it. What'd you think of Backrooms? It was eerie, creepy, dug it. It was so much fun. What's up, Turnip Tile? How are you? Happy Pride Month. Excited to see your reaction to Amphibia. Its second and third seasons are some of my favorites between the 3 shows. Yeah, we got a lot to get through with that one. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm enjoying what I've seen up until this point. Obviously, I've only seen the first 4 episodes so far, but I'm enjoying it. I'm looking forward to see how it picks up over the course of this run. I can't believe Anthony Head is gone. I loved him so much as Giles. I really loved him also in the show Merlin. Yeah, that was some heavy news that came out the other day too, which was it was just unfortunate, man, because yeah, I grew up with him on I mean, he was doing Doctor Who, but like most obviously in Buffy, man, because that's a show that I've seen. I grew up with Buffy, man. I think a lot of us did, but it was rough for sure. Much rough. R.I.P. legend. Mostly excited for Supergirl since this is the first movie not directed by James Gunn. Yet all the marketing is making it seem like a James Gunn style film, which I hope once you sit down and watch it, it's not. That one scene that they released with Clark finding her, I like that a lot. So it's a lot more of what we are seeing is making me pretty excited to check it out. Finally got to watch The Crow with Bill. Have I seen it? Don't know why people hated on it. I mean, if you don't compare it to the old one, it's a pretty cool movie. No, I haven't seen it. And it's one of those things where from everything I've seen about it and for what I know about it, if it was named anything other than The Crow, people probably would have liked it more than they did. But as a Crow adaptation, it is extremely offensive in a lot of ways. Didn't know the Code Veronica remake until Claire was revealed. Yeah, I didn't know either at all where they were going with that until, honestly, it was until Hunk showed up, because like it was just a brief flash, but it was very, very clearly Hunk that grabbed whoever, and then she was there for her brother. It's the France or whatever. The accent kind of, I don't know. It slowly built up, but like once we saw Hunk and then once we saw her, I was like, okay, it's clicking. It's clicking. Omni's getting another month of just busy. Oh, it's not going to be just a month because all these things are weekly, so we'll have to be dealing with it for a minute. New Helva short next week. Finally, Stolas. Yes, Stolas should be making his first shorts appearance in this next short. What's up, Dalton? How are you? Heartstopper movie comes out on Netflix on July 17th. Hell yeah! Let's go. Maybe people like him as Skeleton because you can't see his face. Probably helps. Probably helps quite a bit. Going to House of the Dragon Season 3 with a mindset of as long as I'm entertained, I'll enjoy it. But I'll let my book mind go since there are so many changes. That's probably, I mean, that's probably the best thing to do about it right now. What's up, Betsy? How are you? I'm doing good. Hope all is well. Hope you're excited about X-Men 97 coming up this July. Fuck, that's also in July. God damn it, dude. Yeah, we're gonna be swamped with shit this summer, it seems like. Then we got Adventures of Superman. Yes. Was a TV show you had no interest in watching until you saw it on the channel and loved it? I mean, that's quite a few of them. I mean, like Ted Lasso, Interview with the Vampire, was definitely one of them. Heartstopper. I wouldn't say Dark. Dark I had a little bit of an interest in. The Amazing Digital Circus. I'll tell you that one. That one definitely I wasn't really looking forward to it at all. Or didn't really have much of an interest in it, but it just wouldn't, like it was just so popular and so many requests that obviously we were like, I guess I gotta at some point. Last night was hectic. Knights of the Seven Kingdoms is the best Game of Thrones show so far since it's so book accurate. I mean, that's my favorite so far, honestly, at least of the spinoffs, of the things that have come post Game of Thrones. I don't think I wouldn't put it above like peak Game of Thrones, like the earlier seasons, but it's definitely up there. I like it more than anything we've got from House of the Dragon so far. My Adventures with Superman Season 3 trailer looked cool. Yes, it did. Very excited to see what they do with this. What's up, Jet? How are you? I want to see Moxie and Serpentius interact somehow. Millie and Sherry would be cool. Yeah, like, honestly, at this point, like, any interaction, I would definitely be there for. Haven't seen a bunch of good movies yet. I didn't see Mando and Grogu, Backrooms, or Obsession. Obsession was one we were kind of torn between whether we wanted to go see that or Backrooms, and we ended up seeing Backrooms. Mando and Grogu I'm waiting to react to because I've I've covered all of the Mandalorian on the channel, so I'm gonna stick to my guns on that front. So whenever it comes to streaming, that's when I'll check it out. To see the Hello Boss Pride merch trailer. If not, I think a reaction would be amazing because it's such a good video. And bonus, it could help reach a few more people. I mean, usually it's just merch, unless they actually did like an animation thing for it. No, I don't watch their merch trailers because it's just advertising the merch. So unless there's actually something they did special for that, I don't see why I would watch the trailer. I think online or the internet as a whole just breeds hate for shows and movies. If it's not perfect, it's absolutely terrible. No middle ground for anyone online, sadly. That's kind of what I've seen over the years as well. People calling The Boys finale worse than Game of Thrones. Yeah, I definitely can't agree with that. Can't agree with that. Disney is interesting to be one of the lesser ones to deal with. I know, it's surprising. Top 3 shows, The X-Files, Friends, and Breaking Bad. What are your thoughts on the newest Lanterns trailer? It was alright. I'm still not like excited for it. It definitely looked better. Hey, thank you for the super chat, Mother Mercietta. Good day, Omni. Hope you're doing well today. Super excited for my first con and getting to see the Critical Role crew in person. So expensive, but so worth it. Which convention are you going to? Also, super excited for you as well. I don't know if yours has. Hopefully, yours has this convention has fast lanes. It might make things easier, because sometimes they don't. They don't always have one. But otherwise, either way, it's going to be a pretty hefty ordeal. But they are worth the wait. Super excited for you on that front, especially it being your first convention. Where did I leave off? Here we are. Oh, it's actually started to StreamYard did an update to where it actually like fades out ones that I've clicked on, so that makes it easier to find my spot now. Why do you think it was so expensive? Because they are extremely high demand. They are one of the most high demand groups you can get. The only person like more expensive than them, honestly, like Hayden Christensen is like for one person, like a third of the price of doing the entire Critical Role group. It's all demand, man. But yeah. Hi everybody, hope everybody's having a good weekend. You as well, Subble Crubble. Yeah, I went to the Mandalorian Q&A and met Tamora and Emily. They were both very nice. Awesome. I haven't met them yet. Same spot. Love the actor of Lestat is doing live shows. That man is so talented. Yeah, dude, he's electric. I'm excited to see a show centered around his perspective too. Saw in the theater, you guys will love it. There's so many worse series finales out there, worse than The Voice. Although Stranger Things series finale is also way overhated online. Also agree. Yeah, I addressed that one. To this day, people still think there's a secret series finale. I think at this point, that's died down a little bit. At least I hope. What's up, 10K? Again? Are you kidding me? No, I'm not. No, I'll be gone next weekend. And then I will be... We'll be together for a few more weeks, because then my next trip is San Diego Comic-Con, and that's the second to last week of July. So we'll have some time. We'll have time. Storms hit my area, and the tree that was broken since January finally came down and took out the power lines. The day before I left for my trip to go to MomoCon, a storm came in and knocked down a tree, completely shattered our communal deck and everything, and fucked up my car. Power stayed on, but it dinged up my car. Thankfully, didn't like, it's not bad. Mostly cosmetic, but It's still out there. They haven't come and cleaned it up. 2 weeks later, they haven't done a damn thing about it. It's still just out there in the yard, and everything under it is still all smashed and everything. Did I find all the cats after the storm? I did. I did find everybody. Everybody was found and accounted for. It took a little while, but eventually they all kind of stumbled back in. Everybody was safe. Everybody was fine. Nobody was hurt. That was the thing I was most concerned about, was that. There's a new show on Amazon Prime. It's called Off Campus. Watch the show in the future? Never heard of it. So maybe if it wins a poll. At this point, you want to avoid us. Damn. No, never. Just start watching you react to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Love the vids. Keep up the good work. Well, if you just started, you got a lot to get through, man. We just, it was a wild ride, dude. I loved Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. so much, man. This movie took 6 months for me. This move took 6 months for me. Yeah, Off Campus is amazing. Spicy, dramatic, but not toxic. Happy Pride Month, my omnisexuals. What's up, Tim Pays? How are you? OmniX Mad is canon. Omnisexuals. Oh God. Oh God. It started. Let's see, I'm gonna miss the live Omni. It's my mom's birthday, and me and her are gonna go watch Scary Movie 6. But I have 3 questions. What do you think of Bill Cipher? He was crazy, psychotic, awesome, fun villain. What do you think of the new God of War Laufey game? And what do you think of the announcement of the last Ronin game? And who do you think the last one was a favorite scary movie and character? Mine too was Shorty, and he's so funny. So where was the first one? I answered the Bill Cipher one. God of War Laufey looks awesome. It looks sick as hell. Makes me want to actually finish Ragnarok, because I still haven't finished Ragnarok. The last Ronin game, we didn't see shit, and that game's been announced forever now, so nothing new to really add on that. Once we see some gameplay for it, then I'll really may have something to say. But we've known about the game's existence for a long time. We got a trailer that showed fuck all nothing. I don't care about that until we see gameplay. Favorite scary movie was the first one. Favorite character, Shorty. Also, I will probably second you with my favorite character being Shorty. I want to go to Orlando for Harry Potter World. See my and I'll see Sister Sage there. See Sister Sage there. Huh? I cringed when Sister Sage said once up. Oh, right. Because that's where she said she was going at the end of the show. I forgot about that. Okay, that's what you meant. Excited to see Code Veronica reimagined. I really hope they don't cut out the Antarctic section. You can't. You can't cut that out. So I don't know why they would cut that section. It's huge. And add to the adventure, but yes, I hate foggy wet glasses. See that Galaxy Edge rain experience sounds cool in theory, but horrible in execution. Exactly. I want immersion, not immersion. For real, yes. Been watching your Percy Jackson reactions, so glad you like the show. Yeah, dude, it's a lot of fun. It's ridiculous, it's silly, but it's surprisingly dark. But I don't know, I just it's got a lot of fun elements to it, and their little spin on the Greek mythology is fun. Last week I had 2 interviews on top of the move. I don't know how I'm not tired. I wish I had your energy reserves, man. It was the universe saying, I am doing this for your own wallet. You will go broke. Probably. It definitely wouldn't have helped. I would have probably cried. Nothing worse than being soaked. I always look like a wet poodle when it's raining, and not the cute kind. More like the one that will hound you in your nightmares. Whataburger in your area, or when the man tomorrow happy exciting? Never had a Whataburger whatsoever. We don't have them around here, and I've never been to one or seen one anywhere I've gone. You, refund please. Rude. I'm a magnificent gif. No spoilers, but My Hero Academia set in 2000 or in the year 2100. So is it on Earth? Then is that what the implication says? I thought it was like an alternate world in general. Type of people say that Walter Wright was a good person. Kinda, yeah. Same genre. There's a lot of overlap on that front. How long is delivery time for you then? I don't like waiting on gifts. I don't know. With international, you know, there's a lot of the shipping costs, tariffs. It's a big old hassle. So who knows? He's gonna get lost in transit. I mean, it could happen. Heartstopper Forever release date is July 17th. People passing too early these days. They're 50s and 60s. It's all over the place, man. You never know what's going to hit you and when. Yeah, maybe ends up one of those reselling vending machines for lost packages. Can't wait for my Comic-Con this July because the Casa Hazbin Hotel is coming to my place. And I am never because the voice of Alistair is nice and crew. Thoughts on Lanterns? I mean, what thoughts are there to have about it right now? It's... I think the Clark scene would have been more jokey if Gunn had written / directed it. Probably. Half-naked Bill Skarsgård is never offensive. He's a national treasure. Apparently in the first shot there was an umbrella logo way in the background. Well, if I got that definitely would have been a giveaway, but that definitely, I didn't catch it. The thing I love about these remakes is that they're the same story more or less, but with new things added like playable Paris section. First I thought the Code Veronica remake was the Captain America Black Panther game because that's also set in Paris. Can't wait to see if they do justice to Steve in the game. Yeah, that's going to be the biggest thing, is how they adapt that damn kid. He was so fucking annoying to me in the game. Do you think you'd like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as much as you did before watching it on the channel? No. I mean, I've said that before. No, I didn't expect to like it half as much as I did. Favorite show that meant something to you or connected with you? I mean, that's a lot of things that I watch, but like The X-Files is my favorite show of all time, and that connects with me on so many levels. Same with Friends. Breaking Bad, I wouldn't say it connects with me, but it's like in my top 3. Avatar: The Last Airbender is right beneath that. I'd say that as well. But X-Files for me all day, every day. Aside from the main Paramount houses, which house from the Game of Thrones would you belong to? House Reed. Swamp Water for the win. I don't know. I'm not sure. I was thinking, I like, my brain went to Reed, my brain went to Karstark. Definitely not a Mormont. Maybe a Tully? I don't know. Have I seen any spoiler for episode 9 of The Amazing Digital Circus? I have not, and I'm planning on keeping it that way. Did I see the official images of the Batman Case Crusader Season 2? I did. Excited. Birthday is August 16th, but 5 minutes end on this one, and I'm not talking about Sunday. That's a bad thing about me being on Sunday. Saddest thing, sad that my dad died on a Sunday. There's supposedly a second part of this, but I don't see it. I know you don't watch it, Omni, anymore, but for me, I have Dead City, Walking Dead, July 26th. I'm cooked with shows. So many movies. Recommend after Amphibia to check out Dragon Prince: A Star vs. the Forces of Evil. After I'm done with Amphibia, there will be a poll to make that decision for me. But those two will definitely be on there.
Would I consider watching Tower of God? It's based on one of my favorite webtoons. Never heard of it, so I'm not gonna say never, but right now I got a bunch of other stuff in the pipeline at the moment, so it wouldn't be anytime soon. What's up, Maggie? How are you? And Alessa, please don't spam, because I see you've mentioned this a couple of times now. Will you be checking out Blood of Dawn, Walker? It's a vampire RPG made by Witcher 3 devs. No. No. Not interested whatsoever. I've never played anything that those devs have even made, so that means nothing to me. This definitely, I got a bunch of other games that are on my list right now that would supersede that at the moment. What's going on with the final season hate? I don't know, man. Right now, it's just seasons are not here to, I don't know, man. I can't tell you. I think people with the fucking internet the way it is right now and this access that we have, I think people will build up these and overblow and feedback loop bubble fucking echo chamber their own like expectations of things, and there's just no way for any show to meet those. Favorite show that connected with you? Already answered that one. Happy that we're getting space and the other planets in Lanterns. To what extent? Who knows? But yeah, we do seem to be getting a little bit more of that as we get deeper into it. Fellow Breaking Baddie, of course. Of course. Stu Ray's movie is officially in the works. Why do you think it was so expensive? Talked about that. Summer Game Fest was amazing this year. Resident Evil Veronica, Among Us Show, Alien Isolation 2. That's another thing I'm super excited for. Alien Isolation 2. I'm hyper excited for that one. And then obviously Final Fantasy VII Revelations. Love Mandu and Grogu. Yeah, I've heard a lot of mixed feelings about Mandu and Grogu. The X-Men 97 Season 2 trailer was amazing. Spotted Polaris. Love that character so much. Dude, there's so much in that trailer. So fucking much stuff in that trailer. Have I seen any spoilers for this? I already answered that question. Guys, you don't need to repost. I'm reading through the chat. I will eventually get to your comments as I get to it. Haven't seen you since before Good Omens 3. I love your reactions. My reaction popped my yep. I'm crowning the internet cherry. Well, there you go. Finally got you. Don't know if you answered this question already or it's been answered, but are you going to watch The Amazing Joe Circus in theaters or wait until it releases on YouTube? I already answered that one just a little bit ago. I'm going to be waiting for it to release on YouTube. Also, I think that Travis Willingham is voicing Sephiroth in Part 3. That is confirmed. He actually just made a post about it just a couple, like before we started the stream. Maybe we could get Critical Role cast in some cameos. Maybe. Maybe. Who knows? Well, I mean, Matt's already Vincent. So, who knows? It sucks, though. I liked Tyler's Superman. Apparently, though, scheduling made it to where he wasn't able to reprise the role. I liked Tyler's Sephiroth a lot. Haven't gone to many cons since I personally can't take the crowds and waiting in line after a particularly bad experience at Fan Expo in Canada. I'm sorry to hear about the bad experience, and like the lines can be very, very grating, but I love it, man. I love going to conventions so much, so I ain't stopping anytime soon. I got a couple more of this year plotted out as well. David Tennant's coming locally, so one of our conventions is just like 2 hours away. I'll be going to that in September. I think after San Diego Comic-Con, that's my next convention is that one. So got a little bit of a gap after that. What's up, sweet Jeannie? How are you? Hope you're having a lovely Saturday. If you're into Toy Story franchise, you're going to check out Toy Story 5. I've seen all of them so far. I did see Toy Story 4 in theaters. Just like with Toy Story 4, I was not like sold on the idea of it, but after having seen it, I ended up liking it quite a bit.
But so the same will probably happen for me as well. So we'll see what happens, man, if I'm able to catch it in theaters or not. But I will definitely get around to checking it out. Aaron Paul is going to be in Fallout Season 3. Let's go. Yes, that was some fun news we got not too long ago as well. It hasn't died down, my lovely Omni. Actually, we got some confirmations about a lot of theories we had since January, and so far we were right. Except, no. No. Confirmations about nothing. No. Oh, finally, here's some stuff. Here's the continuation of that. Right, me of my dad, so we have a birthday. I'm not bothering you because I'll be on Sunday and I hate dying. I'm not my girlfriend, not my birthday. So I'm a birthday party to celebrate my birthday on my birthday. And I got this on my birthday. Those were sentences. I'm sorry. Again, obviously it's come up a lot here, but obviously I'm always greatly sad about your father and all that. I hope you have managed to have a happy birthday either way. If there's a couple of things I can take away from these messages, I think at the base of it, it would be that. And I hope you're well, Bianca. Did you find all the cats out of the storm? Yes. Your point of view and humor makes my day. Any chance you would react to any Christopher Guest movies? The fuck is that? This is Spinal Tap has been on my fucking like polls for months now. It's never come close to winning, so maybe one day. I've seen Few Good Men. I've seen, where are you at? The Princess Bride. I think that's it. Oh, Small Soldiers. Small Soldiers I've seen. I watched that movie so much as a kid. Ninth Museum. I've seen. I mean, maybe. I've seen a handful, but we'll see. Cheeky question. Will you carve out some time to watch any soccer or the World Cup starting next week? No. Not a sports person myself. No. Nah, not in my interest whatsoever. I've seen off-campus running around. I saw a hockey player, but they weren't hot and gay, so I lost interest. Fair enough. It has begun. The Hell Lost Prime merch trailer is narrated and commentated by Blitz, and a cardboard cutout of his pride sticker. It was simply pretty funny and cute. Definitely recommend checking it out on your own. I'm excited for Resident Evil Code, the Veronica remake, and I haven't played the original. I have played the original, and I am excited for the remake. I'm super excited for the remake. I'm excited for all the RE remakes in general because I love Resident Evil, but I have played the original game as well. Well, to be fair, I didn't play the Dreamcast, which is the original game. I played the one Code Veronica X, the one that was on PS2. People are hating on the new God of War game because it's not Kratos, but this game will be important to the future. I feel it'll introduce other pantheons of gods that could be in other games. Would you like more? The Boys Season 5, Invincible Season 4, or Spider-Man or Spider Noir? If we're talking like overall, I think Invincible Season 4 clears all three. And yeah, Invincible 4 is definitely my favorite of the three there that we saw. Boys is probably at the bottom of that list, to be honest. Remember, already read that one. What's your favorite Hello Boss character? Moxie, followed by Fizzarolli. The cool thing about the last Ronin game is that it was canceled, but now Platinum Games revived it. It was the most perfect studio for the game. As far as I know, the last Ronin game has never been canceled. The movie was canceled. There was a Last Ronin movie that got canceled not that long ago, last couple months, that they were hyping up. It was supposed to be the M-rated live action Last Ronin movie, and Paramount canceled it. I've never heard about the game. To my knowledge, has always been in the works, but I could be wrong about that. Because I was like, because when the movie got canceled, I was just like, well, we still have the game at least. Oi, Huey, you've been turned into a fucking cube. But I agree, super excited for the new God of War game. PJO season 3 will be even more dark. Get ready. Let's go. I have done the being in a park while raining. In my early 20s, it was an experience, and this would, at this age, would be miserable. It was not great. I wish I had your Hemsworth hair on me. I don't know if it's Hemsworthy though, but we'll see. If you like Greek mythology, go watch Chaos. It's really good. Modern setting, but they all act like in their real stories, so it's really fucked up. That got canceled, didn't it? Or I'm thinking of something else. Never really heard anybody talk about it. It's not Earth, but something stopped them from progressing. I can't say though. Okay, so it's just not Earth. That's all. That was all my question was. So it's not Earth. So it being set in a particular year doesn't really tell me anything about it then. What about East Coast? Well, what do we mean about East Coast? I mean, I'm East Coast. What are we talking about East Coast here? That's why I tell people life is unpredictable and appreciate every day while you have it. Embrace every day for sure. What if they keep Steve as annoying and up the ante while where he's actually a villain in the game? I don't think they're going to flip the script on anything. But I would not be shocked if he was still annoying, but hopefully they at least make him a little bit better. They made an Among Us TV show. That had been in the works for a long time, but I guess they shadow dropped it at the game show the other day. But the final Wesker battle is epic and a great boss fight in the game. I've ever seen Valerian. I got to meet Cara Delevingne on Monday, so I rewatched it. So sad they never continued that franchise. That's like, what is it, Valerian and the something of 1,000 planets? I think. And the City of 1,000 Planets. Never watched it. No, I haven't seen it, but that's cool. You got to meet her. She's cool. So reacting to Ted Lasso. I'm up to episode 3. I'll watch an episode, and then on the next meal break, I'll watch a reaction to it. Hell yeah. Hope you're enjoying it so far. How do you feel that they changed how Claire was captured in the trailer? I saw some reactions where others were saying that that's not how it happened in the original game. I honestly like it though. I mean, it's definitely a little more, it's very grounded. It's very more tame. It probably makes a little more sense, but I mean, the game opens with her running through a building with a helicopter chain gunning her like through the building, her dodging bullet fire until she can't run any further, and then they can just catch her. So it's definitely a different, I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see. When do you think we'll see a Jedi 3 announcement? I have no idea, man. Who knows? Your guess is as good as mine. Yeah, I do know that that Jack DeSena voices the main character in Dragon Prince, and that it's the executive producers of Atla that do Dragon Prince. All that I do know. Someone who was once an addict, Jesse's story had me bawling my eyes out, and I'm glad they never glamorized the addiction part of the show. Scenes like that at the moment couple would feel awful. Yes, for sure, dude. Yeah, they never really, I don't really feel like they glorified anything. They always showed like both sides of all of it. It's one of the things that I appreciate about Vince's writing in general, and I don't know. I just, every aspect of Breaking Bad is probably one of my, I don't know. It's the closest to a perfect show I've ever seen. Another show you should check out is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. the fuck is that? Omni's hair looks fantastic. Well, thank you. Do I read many comics? I'm a huge fan of the current Superman run with Prime and a huge comic reader actively. Reading the 40s comics and the OG Green Lantern. If so, what's your favorite comic run? I've never been a huge reader of the comics. I'm one of those guys there's just too much to jump into, so I've always just read about them. So I've read about the runs. I've had my own like one-offs here and there or whatever, but I've never been a huge avid comic book reader. But the ones that have read or have like dived into the most, I think like one of my favorites, even when they adapted it, was probably like All-Star Superman. But that's like an easy one to go to. So I don't know. Because it was also like its own little isolated thing as well. Cover model waiting to be discovered. No. People need to chill out with the season finale hate. People saying that stuff have not seen a real bad finale. So far, what's your favorite One Piece arc? Probably Enies Lobby. Sabady's coming in hard though right now. Or Shampoo ad model. Joined a live stream yesterday where I lost brain cells. He was talking about Harry Potter in one moment and then went off on a tangent about the Snyderverse coming back. He said David's Superman is done and Henry will return once Paramount acquires Warner Brothers. He can keep dreaming. Henry's not getting younger, man. Unless we got time travel, that's not happening. Excited for the new Spider-Man movie coming soon. What are your thoughts and what do you hope to see in the movie? So far, everything we've seen about it looks awesome. I love I love the suit. I love the vibes. I'm super excited to see Tom Holland's Spider-Man interact with John Bernthal's Punisher, especially coming off the heels of One Last Kill. Yeah, I think that's the thing I'm looking forward to most is him and the Punisher interacting on screen. Love your content. You are my YouTube goat. Keep it up. Well, thank you, Icolated. David Tennant, his panels always seem fun. Yeah, dude, I'm so excited. I'm so fucking excited. When I saw that, I immediately bought my tickets. Because it's just a quick little drive over and bam, done. Which couple do you like more, Vex and Percy or Vax and Keyleth? God. Vax is my favorite character, but Vex and Percy are just so couple-coded. Like, there's a lot of issues between Vax and Keyleth and, like, the whole will they, won't they, and then the, like, their destinies being, like, pulling them in separate ways or whatever. It made it hard to, like, really, you wanted it, but, like, Vex and Percy just came out of nowhere and then just fucking, they just went for it. And they're just so cute together, so I'm gonna go with Vex and Percy. Might want to try SCCC in California one day. Yeah, I'm kind of curious because the major studios are actually going to be there this year. So unlike last year, I'm expecting this year to be way more crazy. We confirmed many rumors like God of War, Lo-Fi Game, and Until Dawn 2, Kodoran for remake. All those rumors were for some months. All those were rumors for some months. How do you feel about them renaming it just Veronica? I mean, it makes sense. It's fine. I'm not like attached to it one way or the other. Did I ever see Staged with David Tennant and Michael Sheen? I have not. Some fans think Resident Evil Veronica is first person because of the trailer reveal, but they did that with RE3 Remake reveal too. It was just a good way to hide whose POV we're behind. I think that might be all that was for. But they could change it up. I don't know why they would, but they could. Especially now in a day where it allows you to choose. I'd like it if they just kept the ability to choose then. Smart way of hiding what is until the end. That's typical trailer stuff. So I think that's probably all it is. So what are your thoughts on the Lego nonsense? Huh? What do you mean? Like just Lego in general, or is there some Lego scandal I don't know about? Sorry, I hope the cast and crew of Has-Been Hotel are amazing. Hey, they've always been some of the coolest people I've met, so go for it. I think you'll be quite surprised, or at least enjoy the experience, because they're fabulous people, and they're like, every time I've met them, every time I've seen them interact with anybody else, they're always as on as possible as they can be. First time making it to one of these. Well, welcome, Adam. Welcome. Will Marvel 1943 ever come out, since they delayed it again to 2027? Who fucking knows, man? Who knows? Spider-Noir out. Which Spider-Verse character would you want to see get a spinoff from next? Spider-Punk. I think that would be sick. I think that'd be really fucking cool. Any chance you'll react to my favorite movie, The Amazing Spider-Man 2? I reviewed it. I saw it. I did not care for it. Got canceled. No season 2 of Chaos, sadly. Looking forward to reaction of The Amazing Digital Circus 2. Yeah, it was canceled, and I believe the studio was shut down. Trailer for Summer Game Fest was the announcement that I was back with Platinum Games at this new studio. Interesting. So I guess I just missed that news. Okay, so what's this Lego shit you are talking about? Lego scandal time to plug back in the internet. Omni, look up Lego scandal, crazy rabbit hole. Lego theft and the ongoing corruption and scandal. Yeah, no. Lego basic summary. Secondary seller store Bricks and Minifigs basically stole $200,000 worth of Legos from an older gentleman and are doubling down on it. Oh god. Dude, scalpers and resellers, man, are disgusting human beings. God. Anyway. What's up, Ginger? It's been a while. How have you been? I've been good. Had a fantastic vacation. Even if I couldn't completely disconnect and stop working and enjoy myself all day, I still was having a good time. I still had a fucking great time. So far, loving it. Biggest title from SGF is Alien Isolation 2. I can smell IGN's 3 out of 10 review already. IGN's reviews are insane, man. I would go through my Omniverse rewatch or Arrowverse rewatch, but they're a bit to get through. Oh yeah, all good, all good. Just got back from the Amazing Digital Circus movie, and I'm really excited to see your reaction to it. I hope you enjoy, like it as much as I did. I want to see a Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Did you ever end up watching Better Call Saul as well? I actually reacted to the final season here on the channel because I already watched it in real time as it was coming out, and I think I reacted to the final couple of episodes. Yeah, I reacted to the final season on the channel. Obsessed with My Hero Academia. I'm almost done with season 2. Freaking adore Izuku. Yeah, I think he's a fantastic character so far, so I'm excited to get to know him even more. I think the worst finale I have seen is How I Met Your Mother. It was exacerbated by the fact that the penultimate episode would have been a great finale, should have stopped there. Yeah, that's one that lives in infamy for me, and it almost borderline ruins the whole show when you remember what it all ends up building towards. Totally get not getting into comics. There's so much. I reached 678 comics read, and I feel like I've barely scratched the surface. Oh yeah. 678 is nothing compared to the grand pantheon of things. That's why it's so like daunting and like horrifying to look at. So I try to look at the broad umbrella the broader spectrum of a concept, or read about them or summaries or whatever, rather than just reading them firsthand. All of us who watch the real bad finales about to go back in my day. Worst finale for me will always be Riverdale. I hated watching it till the end, but they already lost the plot a long time before that. I never really heard anybody talk about the finale to Riverdale. I mean, obviously, I never watched it, but like, when it ended, I don't remember hearing anybody talking about it. Did you get to watch Mandu and Grogu, or are you going to react to it? I'm going to be reacting to it. The most traumatizing finale, dinosaurs. Yeah, you're not wrong. Gave up on the Code Veronica OG, but I'll wait for the remake. I did love the story. Worst finale ever, in my opinion, was 2.5 Men. I barely even watched that show, but my dad did, and I just remember him being damn near enraged by it. YouTube essays have been made about that thing. I've only seen like a handful of episodes from that show. I know, no idea about the finale though, but I wouldn't be surprised. So we get God of War Egypt one day, maybe eventually. Remember you mentioned possibly watching Iron Lung once it's out digitally, so I wanted to mention it's out in case no one else has, unless it's already on June's movie poll. I wouldn't know. It is not currently on that poll. I do know it's out though. I did try to buy it the other day, but because my main account is still my old student account, it doesn't have purchase privileges on YouTube apparently, so I gotta figure out another way to buy it so that I can watch it. When and where, not sure though, but I do want to react to it. Tuna finale is one of the worst pieces of television of all time, literally incomprehensible if you didn't follow the behind the scenes drama with Charlie Sheen. Oh yeah, I forgot that was happening all around the same time as all the Charlie Sheen stuff. Curious about that then. And it is all of this on the Lego scandal stuff. Saw a post of you editing while the gang was rewatching Ruby. I think you need to catch up so you can watch it with them next time. Maybe, I guess. Everybody wants me to fucking watch Ruby. They did not let up, man, either. I know Matt's not caught up, but he's at least watched, I think, 4 seasons so far. And everybody was like, dude, watch Ruby. Watch Ruby. You gotta watch Ruby, you'll like it. It won't do well on the channel, but watch Ruby. That was a lot of what I got. It's not gonna do well on the channel, but watch Ruby. So if I do, maybe I'll do it for Patreon. I don't know. No, now just graduated with college. Season 4 Supergirl Sam Witwer was great. Love Dream, love Brainy. Really thought the season was brilliant. I thought season 4 was really good. Sam Witwer's a great villain, and yes, Dream and Brainy are amazing. Brainy's my favorite character in that show, and Jesse Rath does a fantastic job with all of that. Ever read any of the Warrior Cats books? I can't wait for the animated show in the works. Never heard of it. This would be the first that I've heard about it. Spider-Punk is a punk rocker. Yes, he is. Old man who is ill has Legos that he was going to sell through a company called Bricks and Minifigs. Stolen! And they never paid him. The whole internet is working to get him his Legos. That's fucking insane, man. The only thing I recently learned about Lego is that is not vegan. What? How are Legos? How is there animal product in a Lego? I need to know that first, I guess. I want to see Claire's badass moment where she drops the gun and catches it on the ground. That is, in the moment when you're watching it as a kid, seems badass. It's absolutely pointless for her to have done that at all. Like, as a tactic or a maneuver, absolutely dumb as shit to do. No reward, no payoff, no benefit for doing that at all. Yeah, I remember that. In hindsight, it is so stupid. The corruption from the cops is off the chain. There are videos. What, we got cops involved in this fucking Lego scandal as well? Henry got screwed as Superman and Geralt of Rivia. Dude cannot catch a break. Season 5, The Flash had love-hate relationship with Nora. Cicada was pretty cool, enjoyed the season. Cicada was cool for the first 5 episodes for me. And then it became way too repetitive. But I did like the Flash, like the Barry and Nora stuff. There's some good elements in season 5, but Cicada, man, was cool and then quickly got old for me. Of this Spider-Punk series, would you want it to be lighter and fun, maybe like a CW level series, or more serious and dark like Daredevil? Maybe somewhere in the middle. It doesn't need to be CW-y, but I don't think it needs to be Daredevil either. I just want something in that style, in that vein, in that time period feeling vibe kind of thing that he's got. Like with Spider Noir, like the way they leaned into the style of the world and the theme, to do the same with Spider-Punk. It's about the church connections. High school pals still operate on handshakes and just, oh my god, the corruption is a masterclass. Wouldn't believe it if it was in a show, but like, wow. Yeah, Cicada, I remember when we were all tired of Cicada and the writer's answer was to replace him with another Cicada. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Season 1 of the CW Flash tops The Boys in Invincible Season 1. Oh, agreed. 100% with you on that front. Season 1 of The Flash is one of my favorite seasons in superhero media, period. Didn't IGN give Invincible Season 3 finale like a 4 out of 10 because it had an unknown villain? Also, oh shit, I'm definitely going to have to check out your Better Call Saul reactions then. Yeah, IGN has some insane reviews. Oh, talking 2.5 Men, John Cryer as Lex. Oh yeah. Sorry, that was you too. That was our introduction of John Cryer's Lex was in that season too, right? I love the boulder joke from the old woman. It's like a boulder rolled through here. That was a little on the nose. That was a little too meta. But I did get a disgruntled, reluctant chuckle from me though. Season 7 of Arrow, Oliver's in prison was great. The Future Flash forwards are kind of boring, but I enjoyed the season. Yeah, the worst part of season 7 are the flash forwards. Once we switched away from the island to flash forwards, they didn't hit nearly as hard. But all the present day stuff I really liked. Mia though did grow on me over the course of the series though. I love the use of comics to expand on the world and the characters. Oh, I'd love them. Okay, for a second I thought you were implying that there were comics out there. What a Spider Bag spinoff movies or series. They didn't want to decide on who gets to be a couple, so they made them a quad. Archie, Veronica, Betty, and Jug. DC Legends Season 4 was great, plus John Constantine, who is hot. He's coming to Columbus this December, so as long as he doesn't cancel, and he has in the past, hopefully I will finally get to meet Matt Ryan. I'm crossing my fingers that I'll get to. His John Constantine is like up there with Charlie Cox, Matt Murdock, and fucking Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. They have magical powers and time travel. I'm sorry, what? How? Well, I guess Riverdale, they did like advertise it. It was in the same universe as the Sabrina, the Teenage Witch series they did, which I still never finished. So I guess that can track. It just, for an Archie's thing, it just feels so fucking weird. Elseworlds crossover. It's fantastic. It's my quick version of a recap. I think it did pretty good. Elseworlds was a nice little small crossover that I loved the fuck out of. Leaned into all the shenanigans of Barry and Oliver's relationship, set the stage for Crisis on Infinite Earths. So good. Saw something the Veronica reveal was a trailer for RE9 DLC because of the shot with the mansion. Well, it's not. Clearly it's not. All right, there's talking about police corruption with the Lego thing because it's like a Mormon community or something, right? What the fuck? Alien Isolation 2, let's go. The fun thing about Alien Isolation is I played that whole game with a broken hand. Like, what? That was the only game I could comfortably play while my hand was broken, and I beat the whole thing with a fucked up mouse hand. Like, my right hand was I could only use these 3 fingers. I feel like Sam Witwer always puts in 110% into everything he does. Yeah, dude, he's never slacked a single time I've ever seen him in anything. Even when he was, whatever about the storyline and the character and the stuff, but like even like when he was Doomsday in Smallville. Hope Steve's introduction goes like this. Claire walks into a new area and Steve says, "Hey lady, watch out, there's some freaks over there. Here, take this," and tosses her a gun. And then he says, "Dang, you're a prisoner? I would have remembered you." And in the end, he thinks you, "Okay, miss, gotta go catch a plane. Stay safe." That could work. There we go. Okay. For some reason, I thought there was a third, but there wasn't. There's a slaughterhouse waste in them to make the plastic more resilient. What? Really? What devil science is that? The hell? What's your favorite niche Marvel movie or show? Mine's Agent Carter. It's one of my favorite Marvel things ever. Agent Carter was a lot of fun. Check out my reactions on Patreon. It was fun. It was fun. What qualifies as niche? I guess. My favorite Marvel show, period, is Daredevil. Like, even if we're including the movies too, I guess, in that vein too. Yeah, I'll probably just go with that, I guess. Just had a Kate Vi fanfic week where the theme was sci-fi. I'm working on one with Jurassic June for each month, Monday through Friday. Focuses on different Jurassic Park / world era. That sounds fun. So about the 2.5 Men finale, Charlie Sheen was fired halfway, so they kill him and replace him with Ashton Kutcher. Right, I forgot Ashton came in as the replacement. And in the finale, they reveal that he's alive and he's about to return. Piano falls on him. Then Chuck Lorre, the showrunner, appears and says, "Winning!" Then a piano falls on him too. What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, I can't see how that would be a satisfying conclusion to the show. Also, I'm looking forward to your Mando and Grogu reaction. Saw it on IMAX the weekend it came out, and it was great. Loved it. It sucks that the peeps that didn't are just allergic to fun. Yeah, I've heard that it's just wildly inconsequential to the Star Wars universe, but it's a fun adventure, and that's kind of all I'm excited for. Cops are involved, all right. I think I forgot to put the 2 out of 2. Piano falls on. It's actually in a lot of stuff like detergents, shoes, soaps, toilet paper, but they don't have to label it as gelatin or something like that. So no one really knows. What the hell? That's wild. Dude, he was John Cryer is an underrated Lex. He's definitely up there as one of my favorite live action Lex Luthors. Honestly, I'd put him right under Michael Rosenbaum. That's why you're my goat. Hell yeah. Season 1 Superman and Lois is pure love. Dude, Season 1 of Superman and Lois is so fucking good.
John Cryer is literally the best live action Lex, better than Nicholas Hoult. I still would put Michael Rosenbaum above him. Well, Ruby Season 10 is in development, so maybe it's finally a right time to give it a go. Not really show is give it a go. Not really show is really good 100%. Worth watching. I personally think you would like it. Enola Holmes trailer came out May 27th. Well, that would have been while I was on my trip, so definitely probably went under the radar there for me. You have to admit, though, that this Boulder mention in the Veronica remake is better than the one in Village, right? Well, that's like a tongue-in-cheek, like, haha, if you know, you know. The one in, like, Village makes no sense. Like, how does anybody know about that? Like, that comment makes no sense in Village, so yeah, I'll give you that. Trying to grab tickets for the Odyssey has been a mission for many. Websites crashing and long queues, and this is mostly for the premium formats like IMAX and its 70mm screens. I have still never seen a single movie in IMAX, so that streak will continue. I just don't understand, other than it being Christopher Nolan, I don't understand the hype around this movie, the obsession with this movie. Like, the trailer looked fine. I'm not like horny to go watch it like a lot of people seem to be. I probably won't even see it in theaters. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm not like, it's not a movie I'm looking forward to. That I'm like jonesing for, I'll say. Remember how good Arrow Season 7 premiere was, and we all thought the whole season was going to be peak? I still think Arrow Season 7 was pretty damn good, like overall. But peak, it was not. What are your thoughts and theories on Daredevil Born Again Season 3? I mean, I really don't have a whole lot to work off of except for Defenders Reunion. Code Veronica Remake has potential to be the longest remake yet, since there's so many parts of the game to go through and reimagine. Or they could actually trim, who knows, they could equally just trim more out too, though. So we'll see. Because of a comment. Oh yeah, Riverdale goes supernatural sci-fi by the end. Archie and Sabrina were in the same universe in the comics, right? Yes. Sabrina actually shows up too. Okay. Yeah. Just popping in to say hello, since I'm going to watch the Backrooms movie in a few minutes. Hope everyone has a good evening. Missed the streams. Well, enjoy, Tree Wolf. I thought the Backrooms was good fun. I quite enjoyed it. So I hope you do as well. Plus, Matt Ryan also has the Black Flag remake coming out, so I hope he doesn't cancel going to events. I want to meet Edward Kenway. I didn't even realize that was him, to be honest. I only just recently learned that fact once they started advertising the remake. Not that I even played that game. I have it, but I've never actually played more than the opening 30 minutes. Also, was so fun. Peak Arrowverse Trinity, by the way. Agreed. Barry being Arrow and Oliver being the Flash was fun. Yes, 100%. I just love them so much. Those two were, every interaction between Ollie and Barry was some of my favorite ones in the show. Like, anytime you had those two together, I was a giddy little schoolgirl. My dog came back from his long walk and he heard your voice and immediately ran to lay down and watch. I swear he knows you now. Oh, that's adorable. Did I have any Chandler playing Miss Pac-Man hand? Yeah, for sure. I mean, it wasn't that hard to get back. I was supposed to have done physical therapy, but I didn't. And I got pretty much my full range of motion back. I could still feel it though. I could still feel the break. There's still like a tension in this pinky from before, because I got a boxer's fracture. I snapped the bone here in my pinky completely in half from punching something. So like I still feel that, especially when it gets cold. It can still feel a little stiff, but I got my range of motion back. But it took a while to get there. For the longest time, I could only like do this. That was like as far as I could open my hand, but I got it. What tier list would you give the Boys Season 5?
I give it a B. It's fine. It's fine. It was okay. It was above. It was good. It was fine. I wouldn't say C. I don't think it was bad enough to be just passing, but it was fine. Where are you in My Hero Academia? I've only watched the first, what, 5 episodes? No, yes. First 5 episodes. I'll be watching episode 6 tomorrow. Apparently, AAA Avatar game was in the works with Saber Interactive, but is now officially canceled. Paramount says that we're not going to have a AAA game at some point, but maybe a different one. Yeah, I heard it was like a... I don't know if it was an MMORPG or just an RPG, but I did see that news earlier today. Got to get going because I have to go out for a celebration from a new job. All good. Congrats on the new job. Hope you have a good night out and have fun. Niche, I guess, would be Runaways, Cloak and Dagger, Legion, and The Gifted. Well, I haven't seen any of those. I've never seen any of those. Like the smaller, kind of off-brand Marvel shows. Agent Carter would probably be the only one then in that category if we're looking at that. Lego Not Strictly Vegan as a company has historically confirmed that some brick formulas and manufacturing additives, such as stearic acid used as a mold lubricant, can be derived from animal fats. Animal farts, animal fats. Okay, interesting. Did not know that. What's up, Superbad? Just want to let you know that my favorite Marvel show will always be Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's a good show to have as your top pick there, man. Today there was new gameplay, 15 minutes. Look for Control Resident. And after what my eyes saw, I think that we don't need Devil May Cry series anymore. I don't agree with that, but... especially not from Control. Not even like, it doesn't even feel the same void. Yeah, no. I as a Devil May Cry, I mean, Devil May Cry is one of my top 5 franchises. Devil May Cry is the GOAT of hack and slash. So, I will never stand by that. I haven't watched Smallville, so maybe I would too. Give it a go. It's a lot to get through at this point, but give it a go. Then 2.5 Men piano drop is also prefaced by Charlie Sheen's character threatening to murder the 2 main characters. His being alive reveal was done by him kidnapping and being stuck in a basement of an ex-lover, I believe. What the fuck is this craziness? Wasn't it Rose who helped? What the hell? So what if 3 heads of the dragon is just 3 Targaryen family lines? Mainline, Blackfire, Bright Flame. I mean, it could be. It's one way to interpret it. Do you think the popularity of Epic of the Musical is affecting the hype for the Odyssey? If anything, I mean, maybe it could. I think it's just because there's always like, whether it's this Tenet or fucking Oppenheimer, Nolan just brings in this draw, and Oppenheimer had this as well. I don't think it has anything. I think Epic, if anything, would detract from the popularity of the Odyssey. Because even when we were talking about it, because all of them that I had been there with for the trip has already watched Epic, and they're like, dude, fuck this movie. Just watch Epic. I think anybody that's a fan of Epic would be a detractor for this, or at least like not a substantial observer. But, Nolan just in general has this like draw, but this movie in particular for me is not having the same effect as it usually would. Like, cause I really wanted to see Tenet, even though I didn't love it. It was cool, but I didn't love it. Oppenheimer though was amazing, but it's just Nolan's like a theatrical goat, and people like snort Nolan films. Yeah, I would hate for Resident Evil Code Veronica to get the R3 treatment. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't get cut to shit like that did. My main problem with Superman and Lois season 1 is that Clark handles the superhero stuff and Lois has the Morgan Edge stuff. But then Edge is revealed to be Clark's brother, so Lois almost has nothing to do. Only when that happens. But that's still my favorite season of the bunch. And it's Lois never feels sidelined ever in the series to me. I'm watching Heartland and Call the Midwife, both on Netflix. Haven't heard of either of those. My bad. To be honest, I just remember actually baffled by the fact that this was happening in a comedy show's finale. Are you ready for the new House of the Dragon, The Bear, Netflix, Avatar, and more X-Men 97? Because I am. God. When does The Bear's final season come out? Because that might also be in the June 25th. Fuck me. Why? I forgot about The Bear. The Bear's also this month. God damn it. God fucking damn it, dude. Why? Give me a break. Ugh. Because also got to start the winner of the replacement poll for the interview with the vampire, even though, you know what, I might pull a technicality and postpone the new show that's supposed to take Interview with the Vampire's place until after the new season is done, when the Vampire Lestat is finished. Maybe I'll just do that, because I'm supposed to start that poll winner tomorrow as well. And that would be 2 shows being added this week, consequently, because of that continuation. You know what? I'm gonna pull a fucking technicality on that bullshit. Fuck this. Okay, let's see, because I gotta record that tomorrow and it might as well be done. I don't know, man. There's literally 1 vote. There's 1 vote difference between the number 1 and number 2 spot on the poll right now for the show that will be replacing Interview with the Vampire. One is on brand for everything that has been in this slot for the last 3 or 4 shows. The other one is completely not. That's all I'll say. But I will officially declare it tomorrow. It could change. Time to rig the poll. Technically, I haven't cast my vote. Me and my brother went to the movies, saw Scary Movie 6. In my opinion, I thought it was great and hilarious. That is counter to everything else I've heard. I don't know. Maybe I should give it my own little taste, little go at some point. If they do a new Darkwing Duck, which they are, what more current series animation style would you want it to have? I just want it to be in line with like the last DuckTales animated series. There's something similar to that. It was initially supposed to be like a continuation of that world's Darkwing Duck, and now I think based on some of the things that I've seen and they've let out about it, because they've already started doing the voice recording for it, it might be its own thing. I don't know. Omni could just genuinely say, fuck it, the third option. What's the third option? Punching something? Were you angry or something? Oh, I was very angry at the time, yes. I punched my computer chair so hard, and because it rotates, I won't talk about what was going on because there was some bleak times. It was interpersonal, it was a relationship thing that was going on. And there was just a bunch of bullshit that I was dealing with. So I just like, I don't know, man. I just like, I was at my breaking point between work and a bunch of other stuff, and I just punched my computer chair after some shenanigans. And because it swivels, it ended up pushing all of my weight onto my pinky finger. because I know how to punch. I know how to throw a punch. I've been trained. I know how to throw a punch. But it fucking, like, I cocked it wrong and it left the floor. Like, my whole ass chair, it was one of these. It was a racer style chair too. It left the fucking floor and ended up on the bed I had there. To be fair, it was not on a what you call it, bed frame. So don't be like, oh, he fucking uppercutted this thing into the ceiling. No. But it did fucking, like, it did flop off the ground and onto the bed. And yeah, it was also what was it? New Year's weekend. So no doctors were in for a week. So I went to the ER and they couldn't set it either because of whatever. They put me in a splint. That's the best they could do. And I had to wait for a week to actually see a doctor because everybody was just away on vacation and whatnot. It was rough. It was annoying. It was frustrating. Don't recommend. Don't break your hand on a holiday weekend. Or week for that matter, because it was Christmas into the New Year's. So I had to wait until, like, I think it was like June 6th or 7th to actually see somebody about it. And I didn't actually get the bone set. I had to have actually surgery. They had to put a rod in my hand to get the bone set straight. So they had to screw in a fucking beam into my fucking hand. Oh God, just remembering that, it just feels so, like, weird when you try to move it and you feel the rod all down through your hand, like it, because there'd be times like I'd try to just instinctually move my pinky just because it's there, and you would just feel the whole damn pole down your hand. Someone who's undergone several experiences of boxer fractures and therapy for other injuries, I highly recommend it. Feel your pain with the fracture. Yeah, I ended up not doing it, but I'm all good. I forgone the therapy. I probably should have went, but I saved myself some money and I'm good. Oh God, I just feel the phantom pain now that I'm thinking about it. Every time I move my pinky, just what it felt like to feel the damn rod in your arm. It was uncomfortable as all hell. Indeed, never met. Killed it in the movie Obsession. It's nice to see her in more things after Superman and Lois. Who is she in Superman and Lois? Oh, I didn't know her name. I didn't realize that was her. Holy, wait, she's the main girl. I didn't recognize her. Holy shit. I've seen the posters and the images and stuff. I didn't recognize her at all. Damn, let's go. We'll do any videos of the release Masters for the release of Masters of the Universe. I mean, if I see it in theaters, I'll do a review, but it all depends on if I can make it to the theaters or not. Are you liking it so far? I am. Animal farts, animal farts. Yeah, maybe that too wouldn't be surprised. An Obsession was typing fast. That Batwoman was introduced in Elseworlds, was which I'll be watching soon. True, that was her introduction, wasn't it? Ty Wilkins, Omni, you watch SGF? SGF. What's SGF? Am I blanking right now? I feel like I shouldn't recognize that. Super Game Fest. Okay. I didn't watch it, but I did like go look at like everything that was announced at it. And I did go through a lot of the things that caught my eye. Why? Is the thing that you were working on, was it one of the things? because I know you're like, oh, this is something you actually be looking forward to. Yeah, you still can't say, you little bastard. Well, you wouldn't have said that if it wasn't. But there's like a bunch of things on that list that I'm really hyped up for. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what you worked on. We'll get to it eventually. I'll learn the truth one of these days. Looking forward to the Amazing Circus finale reaction. Went to the movie today. Won't say anything more, not to spoil anything, to make any expectations. I just hope you enjoyed it. I hope everybody that's been looking forward to it has been along for the ride the whole time. I just hope everybody enjoys it. In this world of like disappointing finales, I hope people enjoy this fucker. I'm tired of everybody hating everything. And me being the lone person being either like, that was awesome or that was okay. Saw a post yesterday about how much it costs Hollywood to bring Matt Damon home because he's always in expensive movies where he gets lost on another planet or ship. That's fucking hilarious. Let's see. Christopher Nolan. I'm going to be directing the shit movie. Makes $1 billion. I mean, maybe. If he did just direct a movie called Shit, the movie, I can say it was there and absolutely nothing else. Please look forward to it. I most certainly will, especially after our little conversation at Level Up. Have you not gone insane from this song looping for an hour and a half? Because I'm not really listening to it. It's filler for the most part. I mean, I only ever have one song on loop most of the time anyway. Because with YouTube, you never know. When you have something you don't trust, you'll get a claim, and that claim will wreck your entire stream. I've tried it with a lot of the other quote-unquote royalty-free songs and always ended up with a claim. The Odyssey will be epic. Well, it should be, with great actors and high production value. I'm liking Tyrion Darrington. He's so fun, and I'm still laughing with him saying, "Little elf girl." Vox Machina. Dude, yes. I will say nothing else. Tyrion is a great add to the whole bunch. I think he finds his footing with the group, and he most definitely will grow on everybody, I feel like. Since Marvel is taking too long with the release official trailers for Avengers Doomsday, you think people will even care to watch the trailer? They'll still probably care. From what I've seen with the Odyssey, OML, the helmets kill me. Yeah, I've heard when you're looking at it from any kind of historical or literary accuracy, the film is like extremely grating. Careful what you wish for. I don't. Huh? What happened? What? What did I say? Yes, you were saying. Show after show for you to react to. Yeah, don't say things like that when you have this chat. What the fuck did I say? What did I say? I don't even remember at this point. Have you thought about watching The Pit at all? I know it's different from your usual, but it's a fire show. I will say it's on the poll. It's on the Interview with the Vampire poll. Thought Ted Lasso was done. Was it only on break? I see season 4 is in August. No, it was supposedly done with season 3, but they just announced the season 4. It was sometime last year, so it's coming back for another go. Take a deep breath. You can do it. Just start stocking up on Red Bull or something. Yeah. Salute the sleep schedule. We broke Omni, old dear. Who won the TV poll? Technically, I mean, because there's only one vote difference between the winner and second place, I'm gonna let it go to the full extent. So I'll let it go until midnight tonight, because I was going to record tomorrow. At which point I will probably not be recording the new show tomorrow, but I'll at least announce it ahead of time, I think. Whatever it ends up being, but I'll let the poll run. He's stressing. What's up, D. Cole? I think it's time to make a clone of yourself so they can react to your shows. Dude, if I had Shadow Clone Jutsu, that would be my fucking dream. It's time to buy generate. Yes! Omni is stressed. Time to rig the poll. I'm going to do the third option. Hitting something when you're angry. We're so alike. I don't do that nearly as much now when in my old age. But when I was younger, yeah, dude, like I'd punch or throw something a lot of the time if I got real pissed off. Dude, there was one week when I was like in my early 20s, I broke like 7 Xbox controllers. And that was because I had 8. From either hand-me-downs or a buddy had to move and he like, I can't take this with me, so he gave me his Xbox and everything that came with it. I had a stockpile of them, and I did once I got down to the last one. I was like, I got to stop. You know, there are certain people who would pay for you to do that to them instead of your chair. I'm sorry, what? I don't know if anybody wants to be punched. Listen, I'm a freaky dude, but I don't know about, to be fair, there's probably some people out there that would take that, but like, good God, and be thrilled to do so. But in my brain, I'm like, I don't know. That was like, I would have, if that was a person I hit, it would not have been a pleasant time for either party, for sure. But what the fuck do I know, man? God damn. Lana, Jesus, he was in a dark time. My box's fracture made me pass out, man. That didn't happen for me, though. But I did immediately know that the second it happened that I fucked up. I most certainly fucked up. The only time I've had an injury that almost made me pass out, I physically blacked out. My vision went black. Was when I reset my own arm after dislocating it. I dislocated my arm and I set it back myself. And when it locked back into the joint, it was at my elbow, because my arm was like going this other direction. When it snapped back into place, that was when my vision came back. Or actually, that was when my vision went out. Some people would want it to be on the good time. So I think in business, if angry, why not use it for money? What the fuck? Lotta, yeah, dude, Jesus. How'd you make so much money, Omni? Anger issues. Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee is getting a remaster. Dude, really? Fuck yeah, dude, I love that game. Worst time to get angry. Couldn't wait a week to punch something? Yeah, no. It was a whole kerfuffle at the time. No doctors in the hospital. My man, where do you live? Slightly to the right of the middle of nowhere? Yep, nope. All the doctors that would have been able to actually, it was literally just nurses. Every actual doctor was not around. Not even on call, apparently. Dear Lord, I can't imagine living with a fracture for a week. That fracture is hell. Yeah, they just put like a makeshift stent on my arm just to cover this side of my hand and to rest my pinky in a specific position. That's all they did. And you could just feel it rattling around in there whenever I'd just move the wrong way. Oh, it's rough. This comes out at the same time as Avatar. You said 6 or 7? 6, 7. You're Wolverine for some time. I mean, kinda. Give me flashbacks. You know, hate the thought of any foreign objects near or inside me. what the new series? Sarah in every way or just surgical? Surgical. Any other way? I mean, if the mood is, oh my God, you guys. Yeah, she's fantastic in Obsession. Definitely wasted her in Superman and Lois. God, now I'm even more excited to see it. Maybe I'll watch it when it comes out. Maybe I'll do a reaction to it when it comes out. I feel like people who didn't like the Backrooms movie are the ones that expecting it to be the Roblox version. I don't know. I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought it was really, really fucking creative, tense, and just a delight. Yeah, dude. I can't wait to check out whatever the fuck it is that you're voicing stuff in. Ty. Yeah, I really hope Sam Reed and Jacob Anderson get some Emmys. They deserve it for sure. Been a lot of video games talk in the stream. Do you have a favorite video game character, Omni? John Marston or Joe Miller comes to mind for me personally. Favorite video game character in general is probably Cloud Strife. My favorite video game franchise though is Kingdom Hearts. But Cloud is probably one of my favorite video game characters. But also like Sora just for the other end of that, just because he's so inspiring and how pure of a protagonist he is. But I think I might just go with Cloud because there's a lot. Oh, there's just so many layers to that fucker's tragic ass story. I'm drinking wine and I'm drinking Red 40 Kool-Aid, which is basically the same. Well, maybe. Terry is great. Kaylin Nakin, Enid from The Walking Dead just got engaged. Oh, cool, cool. Put a shot of vodka in it and you're good. What's up, Meggie? Sorry, I just got back from getting lunch. All good. I'm actually Greek and I really don't care about the historical accuracy. Fiance is a Tuscan chieftain from Boba Fett. Oh, well, cool. I'm a history nerd, so yeah. You said fuck me. Oh, okay, that's what I said. Fuck me. Okay, I hear it. Yep. Lana's got that on lock. Lana's got the receipts. The Odyssey holds so much promise to me, but aesthetically, it sometimes looks like a Batman rehash. There is something about it. Just, I did watch the trailer just to give my own kind of vibe on it, and I'm not like somebody who's like, oh, historical accuracy. Oh, they're talking like Americans. None of them, they all have American accents. Whatever. None of that really bothered me or wasn't anything that I was thinking about. I was just watching it. The trailer did nothing. Like the look, the feel, the vibe of it, did nothing to like. That's what it did. It made me allergic. Did nothing to really entice me. When you found out you had to react to more shows, do you think the movies like The Odyssey, Gladiator, Troy should focus on historic accuracy? Aesthetics is what matters. I think as long as the story and the ethos and the message is the same, that should probably matter the most. Like how effectively is it carrying the torch of what this was about, rather about accuracy or aesthetics. But to that point, I don't know. Yes, and again, we talked about this earlier in the stream. Rest in peace, Anthony Head, aka Rupert from Ted Lasso. Me and Mom went shopping at Costco. We got Costco food, French fries, hot dogs, and we made it home just in time. Dude, a Costco hot dog, sometimes that shit goes hard. Hey, Omni's gonna buy Generate. Will we have a black Omni? That is true. When they buy Generated, one of them still wound out wildly different. What would that what would that be? That would be interesting. What would even happen? Like, cause it would just be a roll of the dice. A doppel Omni that's just completely not Omni. Who knows? But if I could clone myself though, that would just be ideal, I think. One, I could do multiple things at once, and we'd do it so much faster that we'd both be free to do stuff after the fact together anyway. Old age, you aren't even close. I mean, sure, I'm almost 40, but still. RP Rapid Hood, favorite watcher. I mean, he's definitely reached Unk status. All by current standards, yes. I am a purveyor of Unk slop on multiple different mediums. Maybe someone needs an alibi for something. Getting hit in the face is a solid reason not to show up. What the fuck, dude? The hell did I come back to? You don't worry about it. Yeah, that's what we were implying, Omni. Jaws was a Buffy watcher. Yes, he was. Ooh, what show? Did you see the popcorn bucket for the Odyssey is an IMAX camera popcorn bucket? I did, and that is so stupid. Though a concussion sucks. I had one when I was 17 because a guy punched me in the side of the head. Couldn't see or talk for 13 hours. What the fuck? I thankfully have never had a concussion. I'll say that at least. I've injured myself a lot, but never a concussion. There's no Heartstopper trailer that we'll see if they get up to it or not. Love your Mario T. Well, thank you. It's one of the 2 that I got to be on brand when I was at the Super Mario World, the Nintendo World at Epic. I don't think it's in here, but I also got a Mario hat because it was hot. I was like, I want something that kind of like shadows my face. First time I've worn a traditional ball cap in years. Honestly, didn't hate it. Girl knew had a concussion once, and she had that type of amnesia where you don't create new memories. So she'd ask us what happened all the time. Thankfully, she got better though. That's terrifying. That's scary right there. I'm glad she got better at least. Elizabeth Henstridge, aka Gemma Simmons, made a movie that was loosely based on the murder of Sharon Tate by the Manson family. Jeff Ward, aka Deke, made a movie about Charles Manson. What is with all of them making movies about Charles Manson? Jeff Ward's another one that I really want to meet. He keeps canceling every time he's going to a con that I'm going to be going to, though. Did you see the He-Man popcorn bucket? It's like a castle. I don't know He-Man, so I'm assuming it's probably Castle Grayskull then. He-Man popcorn bucket. Yeah, it's Castle Grayskull. But not practical at all for snacking. None of them. There's very few of these like themed popcorn buckets that are actually practical for consuming popcorn. There's a character in E33, if you defeat, you get Sephiroth hair as a drop. Oof. What? Oh my god, it's funny. Don't forget to review Mortal Kombat 2 or Backrooms. Yeah, I'll have to find some time to really do that. I'm still catching up on shit with like Vox Machina. Finally caught up on this week's drop today. I still need to do all the shorts related to that though. I've still got to do episode 2 and 3 shorts at some point. So I'm hoping that this coming week I can get around to doing those reviews. I will say Mortal Kombat 2 infinitely better than the first one. So much more enjoyable, so much fun. I had a blast with Mortal Kombat 2. Blessed be you. Gesundheit. Thank you. The Travis Scott casting in the Odyssey scared me a bit, can't lie. I like the second trailer for the Odyssey better. I don't know which one I saw. I'm not sure which one I've seen. By the way, how's Gravity Falls series coming along for you, and how's your day going so far? I mean, I just finished it. I mean, the finale is on the channel as we speak. Came out yesterday. I loved it, man. It was so good. Such a good show. Sad it's over, but it was an amazing fucking show. You German too? Yeah. Haha. I live in UK though. I think there's a healthy balance between aesthetics and accuracy. The creator just has to put the love into it, kind of Prince of Egypt style. Dude, Prince of Egypt, man. I fucking love that movie. It is one of the best animated movies ever made. From the animation to the music, dude. I love me some Prince of Egypt. Also, yes, please do the Obsession reaction whenever you can. So damn good, in my opinion. If you buy Generate, we could even get a woman Omni. That is also true. We could get Femme Omni in here. We don't know. It is a roll of the dice of infinite possibilities if I were to buy Generate. I'm feeling this wine right now. I just picked this up and I just felt my whole body just kind of whisk away. And I just spilled a little bit of it. Femni. What if your clone ends up like the boys, and he drives you insane, killing you and taking your place? I think we'd both be too chill and burned out to really kind of go and delve into any dark places like that. And I think we'd both be pretty teamed up for other ideas. I think we'd be on the same page. There could be a healthy balance at least. Place a female Omni and things bought to get weird on OnlyFans. Things would definitely get weird on OnlyFans. Would that be masturbation? That's when things get weird. Almost 40 is nothing. You're not even halfway there yet, so you're good. Well, I don't know, man. With people dying where they do, like, what was the, I mean, I don't know what the average is right now. Life expectancy is 70 something for like a dude. So like, yeah, I am kind of halfway there for expectancy. You know, like everybody doesn't make it to level 100. So we're not talking percentages. Hey, we're halfway there, gonna die. Wait, what was that about masturbation? When I was talking, somebody mentioned about if I had a clone and they ended up being like, if I bi-generated and there was a female Omni, and they were like, OnlyFans about to get real weird. Not old, just seasoned. Omni and Femni sitting in a tree. Anthony had passed away recently. Just realized that this is the third actor from Buffy Vampire Slayer that has died in real life. You're right. You're fucking right. That's God, man. Oh, what was her name? Michelle Trachtenberg. She died. She was 39. Crazy stuff, man. Spicy. Can't even fathom injuries as extreme as the one you described. My biggest injury was a road rash from a bike crash. I've done that plenty of times. Yeah, I've broken. I got a boxer fracture. I've shattered these two teeth and split my lip in half. That was the same incident. So these two are porcelain because they got fucking destroyed. Split my lip completely in half. I've broken my arm. I've broken and dislocated my left arm. Two separate events. I've got a gash in my left leg. I've got a 3rd-degree burn on my right arm or left arm. Those are all the major ones, and then everything else is this very like whatchamacallit, superficial for the most part. Scrapes, bruises, gashes, fucking all the things, because I would just injure myself all the damn time as a kid, because I'd be climbing something I shouldn't be climbing. I'd wreck my bike, I'd skate and wreck, or just whatever dumb stuff I would get up into. And my concussion from falling debris once. Dizzy, nauseous, sleepy. 0 out of 10. No stars. All the notes. I have seen stars though, just simply from lack of oxygen to my brain, and that's just from regular not breathing, I guess, because there was not an associated injury with it. Did you see the popcorn bucket for the Supergirl movie? Lobo can hold a handful of popcorn. That's it. I haven't actually seen that one. Supergirl popcorn bucket. Shit. Popcorn bucket, not pop. That's cool for a figure. Terrible for a popcorn bucket. I've had concussions twice, falling from fainting and then going downstairs and being pushed, but they're the same person as the cause. What the hell, man? It's a little ridiculous. Biggest injury is getting hit by a car. That's rough. I'm glad you're still here. I've had a couple of near-death experiences, or what should have been, by any stretch of the imagination. Like my car wreck. I left the car. It was a 5-roll car wreck, and I left it with a bruised tailbone and a gash in my knuckle that needed a singular stitch. And one of my friends got full body bruising and a concussion, and then the driver just got a lot of shrapnel all over them and had to get staples in their head from like a glash from some glass. But no one died, which is insane. That was when I was in high school. Last movie I saw in theaters was Endgame. That popcorn bucket was so cool. I made it into an art project. I didn't even know that there was a popcorn bucket for Endgame. I thought that was before the popcorn bucket craze. You had your bone broken in the same spot twice? Ugh. Both cracked and my jaw broken. 2 out of the 4 happened at concerts because bitches want to steal my front row spot. Damn them bitches. Oh, damn. Lily coming in to drop a little bomb. And we have been away for a little while. Welcome. Thank you for the super chat, Lily Chan. How's everybody doing? Going good so far. Just still getting back into the swing of things, of being back and on, and working on everything. Just finished my school semester last week and had to root for a while. Had to rot for a while. Haven't broken any bones, but I have had a lot of scars from falling a lot when I was a kid. Broken bones are frustrating, I'll say. Just like not being like unable to move, I think was the most annoying thing for me. Either dislocating or breaking a bone is having me locked in a specific position while it heals. That's the worst part of it to me, because I don't like sitting still too much. Can't wait. And also, again, thank you for the super chat, Lily Chan. As always, super appreciate it. Might actually need to put that to some use, because Mary, I don't know if you're just popping in, Mary's got a cold or something. He's been sneezing yesterday and today. It's lightened up a little bit today, so I'm keeping an eye on it and seeing if we're gonna have to take him to the vet or not. Can't wait for you to see the finale of the Amazing Digital Circus. Me either. I can't wait. Would you put the Gravity Falls finale in the list of greatest finales ever? I'd say yeah. I mean, it's got a really fucking good finale, especially considering the length and the scale of it all. Yeah, it's definitely up there. But it would just depend on what all it's up there with, because there's a lot of shows that I really enjoy the finale for. Cobra Kai's got a good finale. Friends has an amazing finale. Breaking Bad, amazing finale. The Avatar: The Last Airbender, amazing finale. There's a lot of shows that I love that have really good fucking final episodes. So I don't know. It would just depend on if it breaks into that top 10 or not. But it's definitely an amazing finale. It's far from being anything less than amazing. Damn. Well, damn right. Forgot she passed. Yeah, Dawn died, yeah. Prince of Egypt and How to Train Your Dragon are two of the best animated movies, and I'll die on this hill. How to Train Your Dragon is the first disability representation I've seen. My younger self really needed that with Hiccup. Yeah, I like that aspect of it as well. How to Train Your Dragon was really fucking good. Other ideas? If you had a clone, he would be chill. I would hope so. Wait, what was that about masturbation? That Camera girl was crazy. Living on a prayer. Ever seen Lucifer? Tom Ellis is the GOAT. I've never seen the show, but he did guest star on the Arrowverse as Lucifer. His Lucifer did pop up as a cameo for a scene with in the Crisis on Infinite Earths. Omni Femni sitting in the tree. Omni, don't say that. I need more reactions. Ship Femnom Femni. I mean, if you and your clone did it, basically, would that be? Dawn, Xander, Giles. Yeah. Somewhere have art skills to draw Femni? Not good enough, sorry. I will not use my powers for evil, Darkly. Would it be evil? Someone should draw Omni and Femni.
Sitting in a tree. What the fuck were you doing? Is this all from anger issues or dumb shit you did? I mean, that was just me being a kid, man. I mean, like back in my day, sure, I spent a lot of time inside playing video games, but I spent just as much time outside on my skateboard, riding bikes, going through the woods, climbing trees, all the usual kid shticks. I just would get myself into some not so great situations sometimes. Got my front teeth destroyed too because my father was that asshole scared me down on something hard. When I broke mine, I was pushed into a metal dining chair by my brother's little brother, or not my brother, my friend's little brother. It was his 12th birthday party. We were inside playing indoor hide and seek, and when he tagged me, he pushed me into their dining chair, which is where I shattered my teeth and busted my lip. Bro's literally a cartoon character. Had one surgery done for a little incident with an angry person and a sharp object. Scar's still there. Did the other person look worse in the end? No. Yeah, most of my injuries have all kind of been in a one-sided incident. That's my exact thoughts on it too. It's a cool figure, but it's not even a bucket. Yeah, no. Oh, they ran away. Can I see a reaction to the new Final Fantasy trailer live? No, I just watched it on my own time. I didn't react to it or do any recording for it. I am so excited to play as fucking Vincent, though. His gameplay looks awesome. Good Omens had the worst finale. I thought the finale was awesome. I wholeheartedly disagree with the Good Omens hate. That's another one of those where I think expectation got in the way of what was actually a really good finale. I think it was it was the only ending that makes sense for that show. And I think for somebody who just kind of watched it in one straight shot for the most part, I mean, we all had like a couple of months of a gap, or a month or two of a gap. There's no expectations or whatever I had built up in my head about what it coulda, shoulda, woulda been. Having watched it back to back, thematically, ethically, and in line with the characters, it was everything it could have been. It made sense with what the characters have been up to until that point. It made sense thematically. It's the only thing that I think could have been the ending. Anything other than that, I think, is some fanfic kind of fucked up expectation. I think they, with what they had for one shot, one go, one episode, I think they fucking killed it. It was really fucking good. Ever seen Star vs. the Forces of Evil? I have not, but it will be on the poll once I finish Amphibia, and maybe we'll be checking it out sometime in the future. Yeah, I meant to ask this way earlier, but are you excited for the Attack on Titan game coming out? Not really. I mean, I love Attack on Titan. I love it to death. One of the I think the best written anime I've ever seen. And I don't care. I'm not interested in a game. I've not played any of the ones that have come out. I didn't watch the trailer for this one. Who knows? Maybe I'll watch the trailer. My tune might change, but I thought it was I'm not excited for it, the game itself. But maybe I'll watch the trailer, maybe to give it a go. But I love the show, but I just don't functionally know how it would work as a satisfying game, but could be proven wrong. I would love to be proven wrong about it. What? The blasphemy, it was so cute. Good Omens finale. After work, the worst finale I've seen on TV show, two conditions and pretty much shows Euphoria. This is the worst TV show ending I ever saw. I heard that they announced it was the finale after it aired, that nobody knew while watching it that was the series finale. Is that true? That's what I saw. I always wonder what it would have been like to see Tom Ellis's Lucifer and Tom Sturridge's Morpheus together. That would have been super sick. I would have loved to have seen that. I do love what Gwendolyn Christie did though with Lucifer. I love her Lucifer a lot. But yeah, I would have loved to have seen that too. Have you ever played any card games like Magic the Gathering or any of the same similar type?
Also, have you found any of them interesting? Magic the Gathering, I've never played. But I did play a fuck ton of Yu-Gi-Oh when I was a kid. I had a lot of Pokemon cards, I collected them, but I never really got into the habit of playing them. I collected and played a ridiculous amount of Yu-Gi-Oh though. Lucifer and the Sandman have such different tones. It would have been fascinating to see them together. Yeah, especially since in Sandman season 2, that season is a prequel to the Lucifer series. Because in that's when Lucifer leaves to go live on Earth. The last time we see Lucifer is when they leave hell to go to Earth to go live their life away from all of this. So it would then be where that would pick up with Tom Ellis. And we see that in Sandman, because that's what happened in the comics. In Sandman, when Lucifer leaves, then that goes on and starts the Lucifer line of comics. Tom Ellis's Lucifer is very flirty, so that is what I've heard. I did all the dumb kid shit too. Found out I have hypermotility in my joints after I sprained both my ankles later in life. It's a miracle I didn't get busted up more as a kid. I was literally the safest kid ever, and it wasn't because of my parents either. It was just me. It depended on what it was. Like, I stayed away from like drugs, alcohol, and all that kind of stuff until I was like in my late 20s. But like when it came to just doing dumb activities, that was me as a kid. The game looks amazing. Can't wait. Still can't believe Jesse and Vex are in the game Dispatch. It was true canon ending for the game. Yeah, Dispatch is on my list of games I really want to play next. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Good Omens had a good ending. Not the best. Definitely not the worst, but it's good for the show. I think I was for the show. It's as good as I could have expected for it. Like, the only nitpick I had was they didn't like kiss. But also, it's almost sweeter that they didn't, in a way. So it's kind of like this thing where I'm kind of like torn on it. Broken Teeth Gang. Someone I used a giant tree branch and smacked me across the jaw. I'll always remember this old couple I never knew that helped me with the bleeding. Felt so bad. I got blood all over the carpet and they didn't care. Oh, that's sweet though, at least. When I broke my teeth, I was like, I felt kind of bad because I did ruin the entire... It wasn't even my fault though. It was his fucking brother's fault. But that the whole birthday party got sidelined because I had to go to the hospital. I miss my dream emo boy. Me too, man. The only thing with the Good Omens family is that I thought they were going to do something with the fact that Crowley and Azir's powers together are like a nuclear bomb level miracle, but they didn't. Yeah, I didn't really feel like that was an important thing to even reflect upon personally. I never really thought that was going to be something that I just thought them underestimating the powers of their combined ability, which I guess is kind of true, and then in the end did wind up being kind of the case. But yeah, I didn't feel about that one. I was catastrophe with the depression of bipolar since I was little, and that explains a lot looking back. If there's any danger, I ran straight into it thinking it would be fun. Makes sense. I also respect the hell out of Superman Lois's ending. Me too, actually. To just really like, we're locking it off right now. When you finish Amphibia, I hope you get to watch some tales of Daring Do and Bad and Good Luck tales. Oh. Daring Do Bad and Good Luck Tales. Well, I've seen all of I've seen all of DuckTales except for the finale. If we're talking the 2017 series, I've seen every episode except for the final episode because I refuse to watch it, and I haven't watched it yet. I've watched every episode except for the last one. But I love DuckTales. That's my wake up alarm. Is the DuckTales theme song. What's up, Nikki? Wanted to pop in and say hello. I missed a good portion of your live. How are you and the fur babies doing? I'm doing well. Most of the fur babies are doing well. Barry's seemingly a little sick. He's been sneezing a lot yesterday and today. Hopefully it'll pass. But other than that, everybody else is doing pretty good. What's up, TC Credits? Hello, this is my first time catching a live stream. Hello, everybody. Welcome. I feel like Stranger Things Season 5 was the most hated season ever. I'm pretty sure no one liked how it ended. I liked how it ended. I mean, I don't love that it's open-ended, but I liked the final episode. I liked the season. I thought it was a good season. And I thought it was a good finale. Hell, I have better explanations for everything that was in there, which is probably why I didn't dislike the finale as much as some people. There are answers to almost every question anybody bitched about for the finale in the fucking show. They just didn't spell it out for you. And then the directors and then the Duffer Brothers said some dumb shit that makes it make less sense. So just ignore them. I thought season 5 was actually really fucking good. And I am most certainly in the minority there too. But expectations versus what we ended up getting, I think, is the par for the course for most of that, as well as a overabundance of homophobia. Because also, if you look at the ratings for the season, it took a nosedive after Will came out. Everybody started review bombing everything, and that's when not everybody's, but most people's opinions changed. Yeah, the Duffer Brothers kind of screwed themselves with some of those answers. Like, there's literal canon answers in the show that are infinitely better than anything they said. Like, some of the stuff they said just makes it seem like they didn't watch their own show. I was like, you have answers. You've explained all of these things in previous episodes. And then they say this shit that just makes it seem like they were just flying by the seat of their pants. And I was like, well, you would have been better served saying nothing at all. It's like they forgot their own lore, which is funny because they then went back and like, well, you could say this, and this or that in follow-up interviews after the fact, where they finally inevitably got to some of the actual answers. But it's whatever. I think they were so just done. It makes no sense. Or they were just fucking around. I don't know. It's whatever. Here, like how it ended. Hi, Nick here. Like how it ended. I did as well. Yeah, they announced after. Like, what? Yeah, I saw that, like, after the season wrap for Euphoria, like, oh, by the way, that was the series finale. What the fuck is that? Ever seen the first Toy Story movie? Yeah, I saw it when it came out. I've seen every Toy Story movie. I grew up on Toy Story. Euphoria gave such a good ending, but really thought we could have had maybe 6 or 7 years to 3 seasons. Yeah. As far as the A2 trailer showed just gameplay equivalent of the show, there's probably more content, but it just looks like an anime remake. Okay, fair enough. Do you have any plans to play Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight? Not originally, but now that I know that this combat is based on the combat from Arkham Knight, like the whole Arkham series, I'm kind of a little more inclined to maybe check it out. I don't really like a lot of the Lego games, but if it plays similarly to those, I might give it a go. What class do you like to play in D&D? I personally love druids. I've always kind of really liked rangers the most, I think. Ranger has always kind of been my go-to class. It was not the last time we see Lucifer at the beach when Morpheus tells about what he did with Key. Right. Sorry, I did forget about that a little bit. I feel like you would love Supernatural if you ever check it out. That would be a long fucking watch, man. Jesus Christ. Ever thought about watching the show Manifest on Netflix? I've heard of it. I mean, it's something that's crossed my mind as far if it pops on a poll and we check it and we watch it because of that, maybe in that vein. But like, as far as like something of my own draw or something, it's never really caught my attention. I love the Stranger Things finale in the season. I feel like you'd love Dispatch. Supernatural is great. I need to stop reading Riverdale. That's not very nice. Actually doing it with a feeling really good job with the character, and now it works so hard on the show. Don't be mean. What? In Good Omens, I wanted to kiss with their human versions, maybe at their wedding. I felt like it could have been a nice moment of, look, they're human and they get to do the things they didn't get to do before. Again, I would have liked it. I don't think it was needed. And honestly, in reflection, I do think it's more impactful to not have it. I still want it though. But I acknowledge the difference. I would love to have seen John Constantine and Winchester brothers work together. That would have been a fun crossover. That would have been a real good crossover. What's up, Strange Reactions? Love the channel. Greetings from across the pond, governor. Right back at you, oi oi. David Tennant said he didn't like the ending, that Crowley evaporated and that Son and Anthony aren't really them. Where did he say that? I haven't seen that comment. I don't agree with that sentiment though. That's not at least that's not the point of the thing, the show, the ending. I thought you said you had it. No, I've definitely seen DuckTales. Yeah, DuckTales finale was amazing, but damn it, it was rushed. It's your wake up alarm? Lucky bastard. Well, when I have to wake up, it's the obnoxious thing that I know will wake me up. If I need to casually, calmly wake up, it's DuckTales. Why even watch the finale? Don't want it to end or heard it was bad. I just didn't want to be like, okay, and we're done. It's just simply because if I watch the finale, then it's done. Have I started the process of moving into your new home? Not yet. I picked up the key yesterday, but as far as I still need to get the utilities transferred and set up first, and then I'm probably going to slowly start migrating stuff over there, inevitably. Nope. Cool to hear about Yu-Gi-Oh! Can you remember what your favorite deck or creature archetype? My favorite creature archetype was Magicians. I can't remember if that was even an archetype. But I love the whole like Dark Magician, Chaos Magician, Dark Paladin combo. Like the Buster Blader build up to Dark Magician into the Dark Paladin. Dark Paladin's probably my favorite card overall, but like that whole chain, the anti-dragon magic core is probably my favorite thing to lean into. Like I have a Yugi, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, and a Dark Paladin figure back there. Obviously you can't see them, they're small, but they're back there in this cavalcade of figures and whatnot. Yeah, Yugi's deck mine was like a blend, I'd say, of like Yugi and Kaiba's decks at certain points. I do like dragons, I do like the magician archetypes, but like I built everything around Dark Paladin for the most part. The Duffer Brothers did kind of screw themselves over with some of the interview answers. Am I going to watch Stranger Things Tales of 85? I already did. I did a review for it because I didn't think it was worth the cost of editing those videos. You can see my reactions to the entire season over on Patreon in full. I don't think I'm going to be bringing that to YouTube at all. It was meh. Reminds me of Russell T Davies with 73 yards. Also fuck homophobia. Yes. Super things he said are stuff that just made people like me aware things make no sense in the show unless, I said, they have recently said a lot of things that point to a lot of the theories being right. I mean, the stupid stuff they said didn't make any sense because if you actually watched the show, you already had the answers. It's not no sense unless. It's like, because there's already the answers to those questions in the show already. There is no unless though. We already know the answers. We have the answers. I have the answers. We don't need anything new about any of that. And then they just started their new show too, which I haven't heard anything about it yet right now though. We'll see. Personal gripe with the finale is the service they did to Will and Elle. Duffer saying that Elle was a symbol of childhood, joy, magic, or whatever, and for them to move on, she needed to die. Yeah, I get that. Because in their mind, it's like the death of childhood is how you grow up, blah, blah, blah. Not really holding on to that, but the fact that then they still leave it open-ended as well. I get that. That'd be a little bit of muddy. That whole idea, too, is really interesting. But
That's their stance on it. It's fine. It didn't kill it for me though. How are you? I'm subscribing to your Patreon. I wish Carl Weathers would have appeared in any of the Creed movies as a ghost or a dream, like Mickey in Rocky 5. What do you think? The Mickey thing was like already, I think, a little bit stretching it out a little too much. Maybe a flashback or something, but in the Creed movies that wouldn't make any sense. I don't really feel like Rocky is the franchise that should blend or bleed over between like supernatural and not. If it was like a dream sequence or a hallucination or something, maybe, but I personally feel like if we did something like that, maybe like an old interview, like have Adonis find a tape or a photo or an interview with his dad that applied to what he's going through today, and connect that, and maybe it'd be something we've never seen before, and do something like that with Carl. That could have been cool. But like him appearing as like a forced ghost, I don't think I would have liked that personally. If you love weird trippy horror or watch something very bad is going to happen. It's produced by the Duffers. It's made by the same person who did the brand new cherry flavor. What the fuck is that? What the hell is the brand new cherry flavor? What is that? He said that at Comic-Con in China. Interesting. I mean, I don't think there was a version of their story where they could have been their original selves and been happy. I don't think there's anything in there. Obviously, the writers could have controlled whatever they did, but like I don't see an avenue out of where they were, where them in those original forms could have justifiably had a life together that also wasn't at the sacrifice of humanity. Should be YouTube. They filmed it. Gillian Anderson, do you think Gillian Anderson and David Duchovny could show up in Ryan Coogler's X-Files show? 100% they could. Doesn't mean they will, but based on everything so far that Ryan said, that they've said, that everything's been set up with the show, they exist. Their characters exist in the world. It's not a complete reboot. It's not a complete retooling. They could, if they wanted, show up. So it'd just be to make sense on when or where or how. What's your favorite music genre? Mine is Skillet, Sleep Theory, and Starset. Are those bands or because those aren't genres, right? Alt rock in general. Linkin Park, Skillet, and Korn are probably my top 3 bands. So creepy they let their inner nerds out and they didn't talk shit for once. Not watching the finale because you don't want it to end is such 11th Doctor behavior. Very true. Happy Pride Month. Take care. Thank you for talking to us. Anytime. Also, happy Pride Month to everybody else as well. Have you already watched the Amazing Digital Circus episode 9 of Cinema? No, I don't plan on it. Am I comfortable with fan edits? Make fan edits of YouTubers I watch. I wanted to ask you first. Sorry, I'm curious. I mean, no. I mean, unless it's like, as long as it's like all fun, fine, and happy, sure, I don't really care. A lot of things that were not answered in the show. There was plenty. There was plenty that was answered in the show that are relevant. And more that we're looking for them, and more questions popped up. We're not getting into this again because I think you guys are absolutely making up your own questions. Have you ever watched Voltron Legend of Defender? I've watched the original Voltron way back when in the original, but I've not watched any of the new stuff. I haven't watched the Netflix show, only the OG cartoon anime. I love the show when I watched it when it was coming out, and I'm watching the original Japanese show because of it. Honestly, who cares? It's Stranger Things. They wouldn't be strange if we knew everything about them. I've said Elle isn't dead though. They can say whatever they want to say, but that is not what the show left us with. Least favorite ending, Space Above and Beyond. It ended one season after a cliffhanger. Never heard of that one. Still like to know why the fuck was Hopper's wife working for Brenner? When was that ever said? Why did they bring Kali 8 back? We only saw her in episode 1 of second season of Stranger Things. I want to bring her back because she's one of the last ties to the entire experimentation, the whole project. She's a linchpin key piece for the whole story. Like, it would make sense. Like, you can't wrap up 11's storyline and not bring her back in some way. Very weird trippy horror stuff. Almost filed police report last week. Almost. Okay. Can't find the quote from David Tennant. There was a show that got canceled before season 2, Uncoupled. It was hardly known, and I missed a lot. Yeah, not familiar with that one. Super off track, but Omni, what would your last meal be? Keep seeing those good mythical kitchen shorts of celebrities less meals. Hop on my feed. I'm just curious on yours. Yeah, I love watching those videos. Josh is such a good interviewer, and those interviews are really fun. I don't know. I have no idea. I'd really have to sit down and think about it, which is funny because a lot of those people that end up guest starring on those as the interviewee come up with their lists last minute. I don't know. I'd really have to think about that. I haven't really spent any time. As much as I've watched almost every one of those last meals episodes, I've not really thought about my own. This should have been genre, sorry. Okay, fair enough. I still answered the question then. At least. I have the perfect cuts you can edit with. Oh. Don't know how people can decide on one last thing to eat in their life. Only thing I could decide is what I want to go out to a specific song. You've seen her flashbacks, the same actress that plays Hopper's wife. She was there when Terry got tortured. I feel like that was inconsequential. That was probably just a casting choice. It's not the first time or only time in a series where an actress has been reused. Or just actor in general. I wouldn't get hung up on that. It would suck if they didn't bring her back, honestly. What are your thoughts on Daredevil Season 3 Bullseye suit? Looks pretty cool. I don't know if the one I saw was like real or not, that had the white eyes. I don't like the white eyes in live action, so I hope that was AI generated, but the like behind the scenes stuff that I do remember seeing, I do think it looks pretty cool. I probably get the song sentiment though. Let me dive to Beyond the Sea by Bobby Darin. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one right there. I love that song so much. Important X-Files song as well. Say one of the movies from the 80s and 90s, The Rock, The Return of the Jedi, The Lost World, Jurassic Park, or Twister. Only save one of them. Return of the Jedi. I've actually not seen The Rock, so that one automatically loses. But it would definitely be Return of the Jedi. Minus Saturn by Sleeping at Last. Easy. My last meal would be 2 Jack in the Box spicy chicken and cheese sandwiches, regular fries, spicy tenders, and a Sprite. I would die happily after that meal. Which is funny because like when you're watching like last meals, they have multiple courses. So like you can go off an entire tirade or have a fucking like feast as your last meal, which is kind of goes a little bit above and beyond what would normally be allotted to you, but still. Have you seen the Sam and Kobe on YouTube? They make paranormal stuff. Don't know if you're into that stuff. I'm not familiar, so that'd be a no for current. That's fair. I think I've watched most of them too. Asking the question, and I can't think of my list either. Like Lana said, there's just too much good food. Favorite quote from the Amazing Digital Circus? I mean, right now, and it's only because of hanging out with Matt, Elijah, Moscow, Morgan, and Tomoda for a whole week, was just "Donde está Kinger?" because I can't get it out of my fucking mind. Where's Kinger? Donde está Kinger?
That's the, I don't know why that was like a vocal stem that was repeated most of the weekend, most of the week that we were all hanging together, and it's just stuck in my head. I honestly can't think of anything else that's like hijacked my brain. I do need to give it maybe a proper rewatch, like a full rewatch though, before I'd go into the finale. Who cares about my last meal, bro? I'm gonna die. Doesn't matter. Well, it's for you. You're eating it. What do you want to eat before you die? Do you want to cross over with a full stomach? That's a good question, because then there's a lot to evacuate when you do check out. Bro doesn't know Sam and Kobe. Maybe he is Unk. What's your favorite quote? I would need a taco with pizza and croissants and a lot more, not to feel like I've missed something. Antonia Stock Kinga. Mine is probably don't need to scream if you ain't got a mouth. That's a good one too. Who from Agents Chill was your favorite? Besides Deacon Fitz. Well, that's mean. Besides your two favorites, who's your favorite? Shit. Coulson, probably. I've been able to get that Kane song out of my head the last few days. That was a really good song, so I get it. There's not going to be a me in an hour if I've arrived at that point. I don't care. I mean, that's one way to look at it, I guess. Or I want the ability to have sex. Also a good one. Yeah, I'd have to go back through it again. Like, nothing is fresh in my brain except for what was repeated in our Airbnb for a week. And I swear, just randomly, like, we'd be in the line for a ride at Disney or whatever, and we'd just be like, "Don't stop, King." It's just like, I don't know why. And it's not even a line I would have ever have thought of if they hadn't been repeating it. I'm right behind you, aren't I? That's another one, actually. Yeah, I'm right behind you, aren't I? From Kinger. A lot of Kinger lines got repeated a lot. How much service has missed your live streams? Well, I mean, honestly, you've only missed really this one. We've been off the air for 3 weeks, so hope the cons were awesome. And how's your introduction to the Sabbaty arc? It's fucking intense, man. It's like, oh yay, action battle shown, and then bam, discrimination, racism, and human trafficking. Welcome to One Piece. Yeah, Sabbaty like started off real fun and zany, and then just immediately like, oh god, what the fuck is this? The author Cameron and Friends, there is an auction of all of his stuff. If you Amazing Circus characters have the ability to have sex, who do you think would do it with who first? I don't really want to think about that. I'm not. It was Zubul that said that, right? I don't know if Zubul would even want to have sex with anybody there specifically. I think it's just about making Kane uncomfortable. But if anybody were to actually do the deed, why do I feel like Ragatha would be involved? I don't know. The weirdest thing is, for me, is like, I don't feel like any of them are compatible in that way. Except for, I mean, Pomni's so like blank slate. You could put Pomni with fucking anybody, really. Yeah, I don't know. I want to say Gangle and Zubul is an obvious. I don't think that they would bone, though. I don't get that vibe. That's what I thought too, though. My two faves. I'm just leaving us again.
What's your opinion of Dragon so far? It's my favorite One Piece character, so I'm curious. I mean, I don't really know much about him right now. I've seen like what, him once so far. He's all vibes right now. I need a scene with him, period. Like, we've heard other people talk about Dragon. We know he's Luffy's father. Like, that's about all we got at the moment. I don't know what else to do with that information. Here's a good one. Bubble, explain to Daddy why Bubble why things. The one game I thought would never get a sequel of that game is Until Dawn. I think they actually did want it. When I love the lines, the vocal stems, season 1 Invincible came out, wasn't able to stop saying, "Are you sure?" Before it's a massive meme. It's funny. I think it would be Gangle. It's always the shy ones. Did you know that in Toy Story 5, the army of Buzz Lightyears are based off an early concept for Toy Story 3? I don't know what you're even talking about. Yeah, somebody, the rough themes, there are sadly just the tip of the spear, but at times it can be rough to watch. It got real dark quite a few times so far already. So I'm very curious to see where things go from this point forward. My favorite quote is a Kinger one. Cherish the people around you. You never know when they'll be gone. In this world, the worst thing you can do is make someone think they're not wanted or loved. See, we're all doing like funny little things here, hoo-ha-has, and then there's like these existential Kinger quotes. But again, it's Kinger, man. I love it though. So that's a good one. Any of the Bubbles random lash outs or comments were funny. True, a lot of Bubbles crazy off the cuff crazy stuff was a lot of fun. Why is it called bone? Never got that. There are so many things you could call it. I think because, well, it's either because you're slapping your pelvises together, or because one of two things becomes hard as a bone. That's always been my thought process is with it. Yeah, wait, hold on. What are you timestamping? They always find a way to sneak in the original Space Ranger Buzz in every Toy Story movie. The only one that didn't have one was 4. I take it back. The first character that would have sex would be Bubble. Pop that bubble. You'll find out later in the comments. Oh God. It's a Pic's dream. Howdy, howdy. We're gonna be wrapping up real soon. I think one of the best things about One Piece is Luffy's genuinely want to free people because he himself hates not being free more than anything. I agree with that 100%. And I love how nothing will stand between him and that. No rule, no law, no banner, no nothing. Like when he clocked that fucking celestial dragon, that impact frame was one of the most satisfying things in a while. What do you think of one of the biggest season drop-offs in a show? The Promised Neverland from season 1 to 2 for me. What do you think is one of the biggest season drop-offs in a show? I'm gonna go with either Jessica Jones season 2 to 3 or Punisher season 1 to 2, because Punisher season 1 was so good to me that I was so disappointed with season 2. I can't really think of anything else that was like super dramatic that wasn't already on kind of a gradual decline. Yeah, from this point on, Sabati, the starting line from to one of the fastest and biggest ramp ups you're going to witness. That's got me pretty excited because we ended off with some pretty wild news and that moment that I was just telling you about. The season 3 still coming out this year? I think so. Bone. I call it Nookie Nookie or Pompoon just for one hell of it. What the fuck?
If it gets hard as a bone, you got a problem, I think. Snoo-snoo. Snoo-snoo is one I love. But that snoo-snoo is specifically with a large woman. Like, it's only snoo-snoo if the woman is, like, taller and just... If you are the small one. If the guy is the small one, is it snoo-snoo? Big lady is death by snoo-snoo. Just tuned in, so don't know if you've answered this already, but what is your favorite episode of the Amazing Digital Circus? It's either 8 or 6, the one with the guns. Up today went well. I hope you're doing okay. I am doing good. I am doing pretty good today. I hope you are as well. Overall, today's been pretty good. I've never heard the term bone before. What? Really? Me and my best friend say Ramazamba or Smexy time. Last character to have sex would be Kane. Makes sense. Oh, you're at that scene where he clocked the celestial dragon, so that means you already saw the other supernovas. Supernovas. Now, I don't know what that means. It's at the auction. The guy just won the bid on Kami, and he just shot Hachi. And in retaliation, Luffy beat his ass. When they were all supposed to not get in trouble for any of that. When Fred calls it Rasputin for fun, what in the world? Lily, the chat always ends up towards the end. True. So the Rasputin. I just think of the Rasputin dance if that was the case. Love how predictable this chat is. Spuddy's 8 because Kane. I think my mind is too pure to understand. Rah, rah, Rasputin, lover of the Russian queen. Favorite episode is the one They All Get Guns or the Keyboard Smash one. Yeah, They All Get Guns is a really good fucking episode. But it might also be 8. Because the deeper and denser things get, it kept escalating. So maybe episode 8. Supernovas are the other rookie pirates that made it Sabadi like. Okay. I guess I just didn't equate the. Yeah, okay. The supernovas are the best young pirates. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I must have just not understood the term then, I guess. But yes, I have met all of them. And birds do have a love dance, so maybe we should try too. There would be the beach episode or the Untitled, which is funny. God, the beach episode was really good too. It's usually the males that do the love dance. Got another super chat here to close this out on. So excited for you to start My Hero. In a minute since I asked, but have you thought about Alan Becker's animator versus animation series? I'm not. If it's been mentioned before, I don't remember. I'm not familiar at all. I need to give it a thought. I mean, not anytime soon, because as we were talking about earlier in the stream, it has been. We got a busy fucking schedule starting this month. So, but I don't even know what this is. I would need to look into it. But thank you for the super chat. Birds in my profile pic love to dance. I like They All Get Guns because we finally get some actual insight on Jax. And from that point onward, I think we just continue to get more insight onto Jax. But that was really when we really start to like crack that nut. The image should be the doing way more to impress. And I talk you through it. Since you met them, the law character with the mushroom hat is voiced by Matt Mercer. Oh, I didn't know that. Or maybe I did. I feel maybe I did know that. I mean, I'm not watching it in dub, so I only know a handful of the dub VAs. Because I know Travis is Ace, but I forgot about the Matt connection. But I do
I've seen that character out of all of them. That's the only one I know I've seen at like conventions and stuff like that. Lana. Sounds just so cruel. Like, bro, at least let out a breath if you can't dance and feel the least commitment. Hope they're breathing. There's some cats fucking outside my window. What the hell? Birthday's in a few weeks. I'll be 21. Yay. Oh, young and well, happy birthday in a few weeks. There Goes might be my favorite episode. It's such a magnificent character work on Jax, and the last whole Jax Apomni scene is so burned into my brain. It was just a really good scene, especially when she was like not putting up with this kind of his deflection bullshit anymore. Law is by far one of the biggest fan favorite characters. I know, like, that emblem, I can't remember if it was on him or on his chest. I know there's an emblem on him. It's like the face with like the little like hatch signs around it. I've seen a lot of people have that tattoo. All right, we're over 3 hours now. We're caught up with the chat. So I'm going to call it. I'm going to get some dinner. Then I got to figure out what I'm going to be doing tonight. As far as like what kind of record, because I need to do a sponsor thing. I need to edit some more short stuff and then figure out some other junk. But guys, apologies that we have this little like we're back for a moment and I'm gone again next week. But after that, we'll be back on the routine for a couple weeks before we have another break. So a little bit of a tease, a little taste of Omni here for a second, but then we'll be back on our regular scheduled programming for a little while before San Diego Comic-Con, and then I'll catch y'all again. But in the meantime, have a good week, enjoy the videos, stay safe, have fun, and I will catch you all again next time. Take care, everybody.